Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trade up from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jailing on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. V got that vision, he passing the rock. Trade up from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Jailing on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the park. I don't know what y'all want me to say, man. I mean, pray hard, get better, man. I mean, listen, first of all, salute to everybody who tapped in with me on the Watch Along, man. I appreciate that. Salute those who came on the panel for that fourth quarter, because I was about to cut that stream off, bro. I was tired of looking at what I was looking at. I ain't even much lying to you, man. I was going, if nobody came up there, I was going to cut it off. Like, I mean, why waste my time? Why waste my time watching it? Listen, I believe that Quinn Snyder sold this game, bro. You can't tell me no different. You cannot tell me not. If you was in the watch along, I called it when I seen it. I was like, this dude, he tricking off this game, bro. He made unnecessary substitutions. That one lineup that Rashad pointed out, man, like, there's no way, as a Hawks fan, when you see that lineup, that you thought that was a lineup that said, hey, we're trying to win the game. I mean, but once again, man, that's a 7th game in a row that we've lost. We have not lost 7 games in a row since 2019. Y'all know that? Yeah, guess what? Tonight we lost the 7th game in a row. Bro, the whole thing is crumbling apart. 2 weeks ago,
We were singing all the praises. Let's go, Quinn. Quinn doing a good job. I got to give credit where credit is due to Quinn Landry. And just that fast, in 14 days, we went from sugar to boo-boo in 14 days. I don't know how, but we are awful, bro. But tonight, you can't tell me Quinn ain't tricked this game off, bro. There's no way you can't tell, bro. Did y'all really thought Quinn was trying to win tonight, bro? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Let me drop this link, man. I ain't gonna be up here long tonight, man. I gotta get up in the morning, gang. So we ain't gonna be too long. Let me drop this link, man. Remember, Marion said, "Is there any room on the Nyeka?" Man, ain't no way y'all believe Quinn was trying to win tonight, bro. Y'all really thought Quinn was coaching to win that game tonight, man? Let's be honest. Let's be real here. Let's be real. What's good, AC? You got 2 minutes, my guy. Talk to me.
What's up? This team cannot shoot threes. I watched this game tonight. Nobody can open three for their fucking life. Garrison Matthews, I think that he has the worst 3-point shooting. I don't know, like if you watch Garrison shoot the 3 ball, you're like, yo, bro, you thought that was going to go in? Like he'll shoot the 3 like immediately off the screen. He'll be his body will be in the air flailing around, and he'll think he'll hit the shot. Like you're not hitting that shit, bro. That's just not going in. And then Quinn, right? Quinn sees Zachary having a really great game, right? He subs him out early. I think he subs him out early in the third quarter, and I'm like, why would you do that? And that's when we start going down by 20, right? That's when we started going down by like 20 and 30. And I was like, Quinn Snyder, bro, you saw this man Zachary reach a ball in his mind out, right? He had 24 points, and then he just subs him out. I'm like, and then he puts him back in the game in the middle of the fourth quarter while they're down like 25 points. I'm like, what do you want this man to do now? Like, why did you not give him that time earlier? I think that's pretty much it. I'm already ready for next season. I don't know nothing else to expect. That man Trey, if you look at Trey today, man didn't give a fuck, bro. He said, I don't care, man. I'm about to get traded anyway. I don't think that man's gonna be here any much longer. I saw that man smiling and laugh. He said, I don't care, man. I'm about to get sent to the Spurs, bro. I'm out of here, man. I don't care. You know, Spurs not much better than us, but they're not. I think 7 games or 5 games under 500, and they're not on a 7-game losing streak. You know.
All righty. All right. That's the homeboy AC. We'll go to Mr. Marion. 2 minutes, Mr. Marion. Talk to me.
Man, there's nothing about this game to talk about aside from the fact that Quinn tricked it off. We need to get a new coach, and we need to get a new center. Our center, I'm off the OO bandwagon. Our center is terrible. I don't even understand what we were doing out there. It was just nobody can hit a shot. And how do you take out the hottest player while he's hot? That's coaching fundamentals 101. If he's hot, you keep feeding him. So what we find out is that Quinn don't know how to keep the hot hand in because he's too worried about his rotation times. He's too worried about making sure that the guys get in at the exact moment that he has written down on that paper. That means he got to go. I don't know what we're gonna do in this trade before the trade deadline, but in terms of where we are now, we got to do something because, like you said, we ain't got no picks coming that's of any value except for that Los Angeles Laker pick. We can't even count on the Sacramento pick. So and plus, we're not the best pickers in the world. Let's be honest. Everybody talking about the draft. Who have we ever drafted? Who have we ever drafted aside from Trey that's any good? And many of them say that we should have drafted the other guy. So we don't do good when it comes to picking. It's just time for us to take a hard look in the mirror, find the right coach, and try to build this thing up right.
All right, that's the homeboy Marion, man. All right. Let's go to Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, 2 minutes. Talk.
Hey man, I ain't gonna say much, man. Hey, play hard, get better, man. Like I told you, I got my shirt on that say tomorrow starts the day. So, that's the way I feel, man. Go to the next person now. I said all I had to say, bro.
You say tomorrow starts the day, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord have mercy. That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. All right, hold up. Let me set my clock. All right, we got C Wonder. C Wonder, you got 2 minutes. Talk to.
Hey, Damon. Sorry, Damon. I called you Desmond last time. I was like, I put the S by accident. But hey, fam. I'm officially over the Okongwu experience. I like Double O for a while, and I always said that I wanted to trade Clint just because I wanted to see what Double O was capable of as the starter. And I've officially seen enough. Like, we're 0-7 with Double O as the starter. Like, I don't know what else you can tell me. And I don't want to hear Matt or any other Double O lovers saying to say, hey, man, we're unhealthy. Bro got bullied ever since he's been in the starting lineup. He can't offensively rebound to save his life. He can't box out to save his life. He can't set a pick to save his life, and that's affecting Trey's game because Clint Capella is a way better screener than Okongwu. Trey operates with better pick screeners and pick and roll guys, and Okongwu just can't do that. I'm not gonna say Quinn needs to be fired, but Quinn definitely needs to change his philosophy. When you got a team that just can't shoot threes, they literally can't shoot the basketball into the ocean if they were sitting on the beach, you got to change your approach. We were winning when we were driving and going into the hole and going into into the paint. My uncle, who I work out with, said this. He said the worst thing that ever happened to the NBA is the three-point shot, in the sense of people just taking threes. I mean, we're too athletic to be just going out in the three-point shot and just be doing stupid stuff like this. So, yeah, that's basically it. And also, Trae Young, of course, gets snubbed as an all-star, but go figure. So,
Yeah,
on to the next one, Dim.
Yep. All right. Who we got next? We got Darian, John, and Matt, and then Mike. What's up, Darian? You got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
Man, I ain't gonna need 2 minutes. Yo, man, these lineups are trash, bro. I don't understand why Moge only played 12 minutes before the garbage time minutes. I don't understand why you got Garrison Matthews as a power forward. I just don't understand. That's the theme of the game, man. I don't understand. Okay, Damon, you can go to the next person.
Hey, Darian. Let's go to John. John, you got 2 minutes. Talk to me.
Has anybody ever eaten some real chicken down at your grandma's house, or some real pork at your grandma's house, and she chased that chicken around and wring his neck, or bust that doggone hog in the head and watch him wallow around until he finally passes away? That's what your team look like right now. That's exactly what your team looks like right now. A no-head chicken or a hog with a real bad headache. What I saw tonight on national freaking television, Thursday night NBA on TNT, was, I can't even use a cuss word to describe what it was that I saw tonight. Your coach, I got this bat up here for a reason. Because me and this bat have a couple of questions that we need to ask our head coach of this team. Why isn't Barlow up here? Why did you wait until, not Barlow, but Plowden? Why isn't Plowden up here? You wait until the end of the game to put Barlow in there when you see Double O just being used like this hot sauce right here. This thing says shake well before use it. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to Double O tonight. You didn't put Barlow in until the end of the freaking game. You shorthanded all the way around. You don't have anybody out there that can make a jump shot, 3-pointers, mid-range, even layups. 00 driving to the basket, got a dunk, and try to shoot a layup, and the ball doesn't even go over the rim. This is inexcusable. This is bad. I feel sorry for the people who are going down to State Farm Arena to watch this crap. This is inexcusable. This is pitiful. Told the people in the Hawks home court chat that this was going to happen because you have no firepower out there on the floor. None. Ricochet, he showed up tonight, but then your coach pulls him out of the game. Right while the man hot. Told you, me and this back, we need to have a conversation, and I'm not gonna say anything. This is what's gonna be doing the talking when we address the coach. I ain't gonna say a word, but boop, 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 boop. That's all gonna be happening.
And that's John, folks. Let's hear what Matt got to say, man. Oh, look who showed up tonight, Matt.
I only missed last game. I was here the previous couple games.
Mm-hmm.
Look, where do I start? So much to get to. Where do I start? Zach. So I just want to ask Damon and Larry and Dane. Does Zach still go to the G League? It's a resounding no. Okay. Me and Mike carried the baton for me last show because I wasn't here, but no, and Zach should have never been even thought about going to the G League. Okay. He's coming along nicely, as I've been saying, and once the shot falls, everything else looks nice because everything looks nice already. It's just the shot wasn't falling prior to tonight, So I feel good about Zach. As far as Okongwu, I understand he's undersized, but you don't necessarily have to have the 7-foot center roaming around out there to be impactful. You can do other things to be impactful. I thought his points were impactful. The rebounding is more about a team rebound than necessarily a center. A lot of y'all got to get out of this mindset where the center grabs all the rebounds and and passes it up to the point guard. Where what we're trying to do is where we gain rebound and everybody comes in, everybody rebounds, everybody's able to pass, shoot, and dribble and move the ball effectively. So we can space out and get to our 5-out sets. So I think there's a philosophy and culture shift that needs to happen with the fans or some fans, I should say, that feel like we need this big, looming, tall center that, gobbles all the rebounds and outlets it. As far as Quinn and the rotations, I didn't really have a problem with the rotations. Zach is clearly on a minutes restriction. I mean, Mike done said it numerous times. Mikey done said it. I done said it. He's clearly on a minutes restriction. Okay, he had 30 and 25 minutes. Okay, so he's and it's clearly from the organization, Landry on down, that they want him, on a minutes restriction and pace his season. Right? They don't want to play him 30, 35 minutes a night. So no matter how much he has. So, if you're upset with that, then, I get it. I'm upset. I'm Zach's biggest supporter, but at the same time, I can't, be mad about it because it's not going to change. They want him on a minutes restriction for an obvious reason. We don't know what that is yet, but, clearly that's what they want him to do. So, I can't fault Quinn for that. As far as Derek Barlow, he's the same height as Okongwu. So if I feel like Okongwu is too small, why would I put Derek Barlow out there, right? Mo, I like Mo. Damon, me and you were, fans of him when we drafted him, but he clearly needs more development. And you look at Zach, right? Beyond the shot making, you look at Zach, how he moves off the ball, how he, cuts to the rim, his passes, his feel for the game. And then you look at Mo, right? Mo is a player that would need to get more time in the G League because Mo doesn't have that in-between game. He doesn't have the feel. He doesn't have the ability to move off the ball. He's not instinctual. And so the game doesn't come to him. The process part is not there, right? It's big gaps. And so that's a player that needs to go to the G League. Zach was never a player that needed to go to the G League. And then Trey was bad tonight on defense. I mean, he gave up on multiple possessions. Offensively, he just wasn't good tonight. I think he was so like kind of stunned that he didn't make the All-Star team. He was kind of just he was out of it. DeAndre had a good game. Dyson was awful offensively. Defensively, he had no impact on the game. But I believe, Damon, that greener pastures are on the way. I say a minute. I know we'll probably talk about it in open forum. I say a minimum of 3 trades is going to go down. I think we're going to add in a scorer, some type of shooter, and some type of rebounder, post player. So have faith, hold in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not pretty right now, but I think we will, you know what I'm saying? At least steady the ship. All right. I'm not necessarily saying we're going to win the 47 games that we talked about before, but obviously you want to be more competitive than a 25, 30-point loss on national TV. So you want to be more competitive than that. But the very last thing, Damon, we'll talk about an open forum. Like, I don't know when I forgot who said it. Quinn needs to shift his philosophy. I don't really know what exactly you mean by that, because we shot the same number of threes as Cleveland. We shot 33% from the floor. Let me see. We shot under, what we shoot from the floor? 45% as a team, which is okay. But, good teams are around 50%, and the elite teams are above 50% from 2. So we were right. What you want us to do?
Okay, we'll talk. No bug. What up, Mike? Can't hear you. Oh, you muted. Oh, there you go.
I was on mute, man. What up, man? Happy Zach played well tonight, man. Happy he showed up. Well, can't necessarily just say the showed up thing. I mean, he just made his shots. The results of movement that I feel like that's kind of been normal for him or whatever. The end results was a little bit better. He had points, you know what I'm saying? He scored. I think he went 5 for 6 from 3, 11 of 14 from the field. Yeah, man. Yeah, ain't no G League talk today. Definitely no G League talk today, man. It shouldn't ever be, really, because again, you're not getting any better experience than right there on the main stage. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best experience you can get. And the reason to go to the G League is if he wasn't playing, but you see that he rounded out at 25 minutes. Zach got to get his shots up. He got to be aggressive and he got to be efficient in the 20 to 25 minute window. He's going to get that regardless. As you can see, it doesn't matter if we're in a blowout. Like, it doesn't matter whatsoever. They're not going to just put Zach out there, allow him to soak up the minutes and get all the minutes and everything. No matter what, it's going to be 20 to 25 minutes. And it's crazy, though. But anyway, he got the 25 minutes and he got double-digit attempts, being 14. And, I think Mary and Damon, some of y'all, my frustration I've been trying to explain or whatever. It's like if he can get that minimum of 25, but we don't see it anymore because it doesn't happen. But if he can get over 25 and at least those 10 to 12 attempts, his numbers are typically on the better side. You know what I'm saying? The games where people walk away completely mad and this and that is usually when it's less minutes and that 10 and under attempts or whatnot. He could have had more points tonight, but he missed some free throws. He's 19 years old. It's still some flaws in his game. He got to grow, but I feel in my opinion, tonight again should remind Hawks fans and give you that I guess glimmer of hope, because you saw it in the Knicks thing. It's like Zach can easily he can easily score. He can just easily score. It's just a matter of, okay, you get that shot to be consistent. Again, he's 19, so my expectations, once he's a veteran player, been in the league for 3 to 4 years, that shot should be falling regularly, and his free throw should be a lot better. Like like I said, like he easy like just walking into 20. It's just a matter of like where he going above that 20. That 20 points. Again, like the dude, he just know how to play the game. I'm happy that Kenny, like, he tried to show like him guarding multiple positions and being in the right spot. And that's what I was talking about too. At 19, doing certain stuff like that, what they showed in that halftime, that breakdown, that's why he's not going to the G League or something like that, because that type of stuff, when young players are like don't know how to do that, don't know how to be at the right place, don't know the rotation, can't guard, can't defend, that's what usually have players, talented players like Jalen Johnson, not playing early on. You know what I'm saying? But even when he's breaking his shots, you got to pay attention to things like that. It's like Zach does extremely well. And I know Larry often called him my second best defender. So that even in itself right there too is like, we got complaints about our defense. He's our second best defensive guy. Like, why are we trying to send the second best defensive guy somewhere when we like void of talent, void of height, void of length, all the above, and he helped us there. But anyway, man, I just spend my whole time talking about Zach because they really ain't crap else to talk about. I kind of agree with Matt about it. Like, bro, I wouldn't even blame Trey if the nigga was like, bro, late scratch, dog. Like, the media and everybody could have been on him, but I wouldn't even been mad, bro, because I was like, bro, these niggas lame, man, not putting them in the All-Star game. Like, as somebody who knocked Trey so many years or whatever, for him to come down on his points and his assists to go up, and I've literally said stuff like that over the years, asking for that or saying that he can average whoop. And then, like, I think Darian brought it up, like, he got 10 assists tonight, even with the, I don't want to call them bombs, but the G Leaguers that he played with, and he still got 10 assists. Like, that's unselfish in itself right there. Like, he could have went out there and trying to score and get 50. You feel me? Or whatever, and still lose by what I mean. He took a couple deep threes that kind of just like, come on. I wasn't necessarily feeling, but I ain't tripping. But it's just like, yeah, bro.
Hey, man, let's take that Nurkic trade, man. Let's just get it on, man, because that nigga on your is getting mossed by that man, Jared Allen.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, boy. I'm not on the blame on Nurkic trade, right? But when you watch the game,
the G League thing was only the only reason I mentioned say the G League, it was more for on ball reps because we trying to win again in the playoffs. Beginning of the season, he's not going to get there on the team.
Saying that, so that wasn't
I know, but I'm saying with the injury, but with us being injured now, I feel like the way he played today, he's going to get more on ball reps, and I like what I saw from it. It was just hard to kind of do that when you're trying to win because you ain't got no picks. We trying to make the playoffs, and you got a rookie coming in. And
the Knicks, I said,
no. That was more catch and shoot stuff. I'm talking about he did more with the ball in his hand. Even when he got the rebound, he pushed fast breaks. There's a lot of times with Jalen and Trey in there, he's looking to get them the ball instead of him initiating it. Now that Jalen's gone, they're gonna look more to him to do that, which I like. That's the only development on. Let him get some reps in the G League where he is the ball handler. That's all I was saying. But it's dead. It's dead now because it's dead now because we,
I think he got a little motivation being selected to the young stars, man. He just got some motivation, man.
That's not supposed to motivate you. That's not supposed to affect your game.
Person mentally.
That ain't supposed to affect your game. I'm paying you too much doggone money.
I missed
too much money.
Y'all let Larry get his spiel in real quick before we
Go ahead, Larry.
What's going on, guys? Appreciate you having me on. As always, guys, make sure you hit the like button for this great content. Like 100-something people in the chat. We need 100 likes. For real. All right. Trey Magnifique game for Zachary Shea. I'm actually sitting here mad. I'm not counting 5 minutes left in the game when you put in all of the scrub players. Why the absolute F will Coach Quinn keep Zach out that Mickey Ficky long? This minute restriction is some bull. This is the first game that he really played like he was in and out. He was cutting. He was scoring, not just relying on being a catch and shooter, which he shot great. He didn't miss in the first half. Why in the absolute F would you not let him get 30 legitimate minutes? He ended up with 25 minutes. 5 of them minutes was Fugazi because it was when they cleared the benches. And he still had 30. He was going for 40. Easy. And this dumb coach said, nope.
Larry, it's
Nope.
Larry,
No, don't interrupt me, bro.
You don't
Don't
care
interrupt
about the
me,
minute
man.
restriction, bro. That man had 24 at halftime. You don't care about the minute
That
restriction.
man had
He
20
was
points
11
at
for
halftime.
14.
You don't
And
care about the
Coach
minute
Quinn literally
restriction. Let
put
the
a
kid
leash
ball
on
out,
him.
man.
You know into a
11
7-point
for
lead and you gonna put
14,
him back
man.
in. You got to be the dumbest coach on earth.
Bro, 24
Oh,
points.
man, I'm
Hey
so
Larry,
mad.
hey
All right,
Larry.
look.
Not even just that. Even taking them out killed our defense. Because now you got Gary Bird, trash butt running around trying to play D.
Man, it
made no sense.
It was coaching malfeasance the entire game. Like, that's why I'm so pissed off. Because this young man found that was the best game, not the 33-point game, because he was just shooting lights out. That game right there, he did
should have-
everything. Everything in the bag, went behind the back, go up, Euro
Right.
step, lay up good.
He should have
Go
had 40 tonight,
posterize
right?
somebody. He literally did. There was nothing. There was literally nothing. And the defensive part, he always have that. What Kenny and them was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Switching off, good feet, always with a good challenge, even if someone make the shot over him. That's always been there. You know what I'm saying? But the variety of shots that he made in this game, pull up midi, floater, layups,
Boys hitting every shot.
defense, offense, going to the hole, being aggressive. You couldn't have asked for anything else. But you got a dumbass coach that's gonna come in here and literally cool him off while simultaneously having a worse defensive lineup out there.
Any lineup.
They just take off and we get blown. We got our backs blown out. Yucca Congo, how many more offensive rebounds you gonna give up, bro?
All of them.
Hey,
How
Larry,
many
Matt
more?
said he had a
Look,
good game.
you
He had
cannot
7
have
points.
a 6-foot guard, a 5'11" guard, and a barely 6'8" center.
Hey guys, check.
And look, oh yeah, you're gonna look at it and say, hey, he scored 14 points, he scored 7 rebounds. The biggest thing about Jalen Johnson being out is that he masks how horrible the Yucca Congo is as a center.
That's right.
Yeah, he had a 5-game great streak. Ordain him as the next coming. Come on, man. The inconsistency of the Yucca Congo will show his head. It always does, man. The Yucca Congo is a great backup center, a power forward playing center because he don't have power forward skills. Okay, but he is not the future. But we're gonna run this out because we have to figure out what he's at. Well, I already know what he is, but the coaching staff and they got to have proof. They got to have stats to say, hey, we got to move off this guy. You know what I'm saying? Or not move off of him, but we got to go and get our future center. They're not gonna move off of Yucca because Yucca is an excellent backup center. You know what I'm saying, but other than that, man, Trey had a horrible offensive game.
No,
I think his head was thinking about the All-Star game. Also, we have no one to set a pick.
You gotta understand.
And just like Mike been saying, Trey really don't have handles like that. He depends on the pick and roll just as much as Chris Paul did. That's how they operate. That's how Chris Paul operate. That's how Trae Young operate. If you have a guy who basically a street cone that won't have physical contact with your picks, Trae Young's never going to get off. Evan Mobley with that 7'3", 7'4" wingspan is going to hedge, run Trae off of it, and then the defender's just going to get right back in front of Trae. So
I mean, Larry, are we going to talk about the turnovers? You going to talk about your shooting guard? You going to talk?
those was horrible turnovers. Dyson had a bad game, man. He did. Plain simple, he had a bad game.
That man Matt always
Man,
find a
we
way to
talking
play.
about Congo.
But I mean, since you got a heart on for that, so yeah, he had a bad game.
No, I'm asking. Are we going to distribute the blame?
No.
Trae Young had a horrible offensive. Trae Young had a horrible offensive game. Dyson defense did not affect. Dyson defense did not affect the game because they were hunting.
Hey, Larry.
They were hunting Trae Young. Whoever they were, the facts are they were hunting Trae Young. Whoever Dyson wasn't checking, they were hunting Trae Young. Garland was just taking him to the hole like it was nothing.
Hey,
Like
hey,
it was
but
just,
don't that
and
show?
then they try to
Don't that
switch.
show up?
Okay, here comes Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
don't that
So
show how
it wasn't
bad
like,
Miss Clint
like
though?
his defense couldn't affect anything because we don't have a rim protector to help Trae Young.
Oh
That's it.
my god.
We don't.
Bro, that's the listen,
Trae
Larry.
Young was
That's the
getting
truth.
cooked.
You got Dyson
Let's get
chasing
done,
around. There's
Dan.
no
Let's get
fear
done.
of attacking the rim, bro. No fear. You got a 6'6"
No
center.
fear. No one had fear.
in
Man,
the
that's
You had
another
to
And you
do
got
great
Merle.
Daniels.
defense with Garland and
You had to
Garland
do
and Mitchell.
Merle going
Guard them
down
both.
with no fear.
Wait.
Started when they started double up at the 5.
So Zach
Double O can't guard the rim, man.
So Zach can play good defense without a true center in the game, but your defensive ace can't play defense without.
Zach got blown by
Is that what you're
too.
telling me?
Exactly.
Everybody in this game got blown by. Zach got blown by.
100%.
Dyson got blown by. Trae was a conga line.
But
Know what I'm
this
saying?
what hold on, Larry. But this what I said though, out during the game or whatever, because it was you had to pay attention to it. The moment when they had Quinn mic'd up and he's telling them in that huddle from that, so it's like you have to. Basically, I can't fully say players are getting blown by when I hear what he's saying. It's like he wants them to basically first objective chase them off the line. So
Okay, fair.
no matter what, you're always going to be probably a step or a second in a sense behind if that's the way you plan it. If that's the way you kind of plan it. If you really want to do a hard closeout by any means, getting them off the line, but the thing is, and this is what I brought up.
So that's a coaching problem.
No.
No. That's the personnel. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That's a personnel problem.
It is. It's both. It's both. Because it's a stubborn coach with wrong personnel. You don't have Rudy Gobert sitting down there. You don't.
You don't have Rudy Gobert. That's great for Rudy Gobert. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Longer and like he's a smaller Rudy, but that's still the same somewhat concept you can do. Now trying to do that same concept with double O, that's not, it's not going to be a winning impact. It's not going to be a winning.
Hold on. So
Mike, when they ran away on us, those were 3-point shots.
But Kool-Aid, they're the best.
Because they were helping. Like the guy was helping because just like Mike said, they were focused on running the initial guy off the 3-point shot. So you got to pick and roll at the top of the key. We're coming off and jumping the pick and roll. And what's happening is they pass in the lane, they pass it out. A guy's wide open in the corner for 3. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was like on that. Everybody was like on that. Dyson got caught looking. That got caught looking. And Garrison kept getting looked. Like literally, Garrison would come in the lane and never go out to the corner.
What your problem is, your point guard can't play defense, and then you have a non-protecting rim center.
It's
meaning. Let me finish. Meaning, if I'm an offense, knowing I can get any shot I want, I'm okay with taking the 3 because your perimeter defenders ain't gonna stop me on the perimeter. And if I drive to the hole, I ain't fearing nobody in the paint. So your defense is really just out there running around.
You also have
they're hoping they miss.
Unlike us, you also have 2 of the best screen setters in the game in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley.
We've had a top 3 defense in the NBA the last 3 weeks. Like, what are we talking about?
Yo, and when Okongwu came in, what happened?
Based on points. No, since he been playing. Since he been playing, we got a top 3 defense. Right now we 11th in defense. Right now we're 11th.
Check this out.
Right now.
Where we at in the offense?
You know what? That's when we had Clint coming in, also subbing for you.
Our best lineup they come in defensively.
What offense?
Y'all still talking about defense. And what was our now? Hold up. Have we broken out our 2-point percentage from the overall percentage? Has that been broken out?
John, we scored 115 points. We gave up 137. Our defense.
That ain't 100. Well, obviously we didn't score enough.
Our defense lost the game.
Centers, John, all our centers are 6.
What was our 2-point? What was our 2-point percentage tonight?
46.
No. That's overall. That's a combination of 2 and 3. So what was our 2-point percentage tonight?
I have to do the math.
Man, I'm not doing that. Go
They
ahead.
don't break that out.
Nah, they don't
No,
break
it
it
says field goal percentage is your twos.
They-
3-pointers are your threes, man.
But your three
shot.
pointers are considered.
No. The 40
Leave it aside.
the
Oh,
field
I know
goal
what you're talking about. Yeah,
percentage
that's
is
overall. Yeah, you're
overall.
right. Yeah, it is overall.
Overall,
Yeah, they don't break
58%.
it down into the into your twos. No, they don't break it down.
Shot overall, 58%.
I know what you mean now, John. My bad.
33% from the three. We shot 45% from the floor and 33% from the three.
Yeah.
That's what we shot.
Well, no.
So-
Floor includes
Floor
gun spread,
includes 3-point.
everything. Floor is everything. Yeah.
You take the 33, I guess you'll subtract it from what the
No,
Don't do that.
like that.
Don't
But
Hold on.
either way, man.
From the 3
hold
point
on. I'll do it. I see how to do it. I see how to do it. Let's talk.
That's just crazy work, though, man.
That man,
They really-
is too small, bro.
Guys, we got out rebounded by 13.
Yes.
We got out assisted by 6. And look, we gave up too many offensive rebounds. Our best rebounder is out for the season. And we're asking Onyeka Okongwu to do things that, okay, he pop up and gave us a 2020 game. Great game. That's with the whole squad. Great game. He had a 5-game great streak, and now it's back to look. It's inconsistencies, Matt. He's never going to be a great rebounder, especially defense.
Hold on. But Larry, right now,
Yes.
the last 7 games, we have a 105 defensive rating. That's third best in the NBA. We're not losing because of the defense. We're losing because
This
of
game we lost
can't
because of the
score.
defense. I'm not talking about the games before. I'm talking about this game tonight. We lost because of defense.
Hey, John, it's 56%.
Offense this game.
Hey, Matt.
We lost. Look, we lost
Oh,
this game, man. I'm not
it's
talking about moving up. No, Matt. Don't talk about. We scored over. We finally scored over 100.
Hey, Larry. Hey, is it name another center in the league that's 6'8" that start on a good team?
But
Name
okay,
another team
but
with a
then
6'8"
hold on,
starting
but
center.
Dane,
Just name a team. Name a team, Matt.
okay, I can't
Name
name
a
a team.
team.
Dane, but I can-
Cause
but Dane,
we're
I
the
can't-
we're the only
Dane,
we are the
hold on.
only team, bro. We the only team, Matt.
Dane,
We the only
but-
team with a
but
6'8"
Dane-
center.
Bam is the best short player.
Bam, no. Bam got moved to power forward. Khalil Ware starting center. Khalil Ware got moved to center because they know that was a problem. Every time they win the championship, Bam at center was an issue. Bam playing center was an undersized center was an issue.
The Knicks, Brunson is not a good defender, and Cat is
The
not a
Knicks
good
got a
rim
7'1". Nick is 7.
He's not a good
Cat
rim
is 7 foot. Cat is 7 foot tall. He's a
He's not
3-point
a good
threat.
rim protector, Dane.
He's a post threat. He's a post threat. What are you talking about? And he's 7'1".
You said rim protector.
Man, you're
He's not a
get
good
Matt,
Nurkic.
you're crazy.
Just get
Matt, you're
Nurkic,
crazy.
man.
So Cat is a good rim protector?
Cat is a great rebounder.
No,
Cat's
rim
a great
protector.
rebounder.
We're not talking about rebound. Rim protector.
Yes, you are. That's defense, Matt.
Matt,
rebounding is
17.
defense.
No, I'm not talking about rebounding. He said
Oh
rim
my
protector.
God, Matt, you don't even understand that. You don't even understand that rebounding is defense. You don't understand
I'm
that.
not talking about
See,
defense.
Matt don't know.
He said rim protection. You're blocking
for the
shots.
season.
It's rim protection. It's not
Hey,
Okay, rim protection, but also ending the possession.
Matt, who deters at the rim more?
How do you end the
7 foot
possession?
Cat jumping up with somebody attacking the rim or Okongwu attacking the rim who's 6'8"? Bro, 7 feet is 7 feet. You can't teach that. You can't teach it, bro. You're not making sense.
Garland was driving and laying up over a Okongwu.
That man tied Jerome at 20 points. Why Ty Jerome got 20 points?
Because he was going at Trey the whole
Because there's no rim protection.
I just don't understand this. So his game plan worked the first 2 times we played him.
No, because we lost. Well,
We don't have JJ. We lost our best defensive rebound.
You can't have the same game plan if you don't have JJ.
You can't have the same game plan if you don't have JJ.
Capella was a factor in those games. Capella was a factor in those games.
You can't say that there was the same team without JJ and Capella.
You get because for
Y'all
man,
gonna
it's
find out. Y'all
Jalen
gonna-
getting in the
look.
rebounds, not a Congress, man. It's really
Look.
Jalen getting in the rebounds.
Right now,
It's not Onyeka, bro.
FAFO right now for this Hawks finding out about rebounding and setting picks.
You know, we used to
The
be
most
third best
two most
rebounding team.
unappreciated things,
Yep.
but Trae Young needs it in the worst way.
And
Just like Mike been preaching this for years, saying that Trae Young ain't got handles like that. He needs the pick and roll to get free. Y'all gonna see it.
He needs
Mike
picks.
been telling y'all this. Y'all ain't want to listen. You're seeing it right now in 4K. But hey, whatever. Get rid of
I just
Clint.
want to say real quick to what Matt said, and Larry, thank you, and great to meet you in person, by the way, my brother.
What's up, C Wonder? What up, fam? I see you.
Yeah, man, good to see you in person. And that's what Larry and I've been talking about. Trey can't operate without picks. He needs Clint to get off the guys that are hugging him all the time. So, and Okongwu can't do that. He can't do that. He never has been a good screen setter, ever. He's never been a good screen setter. As big as he is as far as weight goes, he can't use that big old load to get guys off a Trey. Never.
Let me
So,
tell you
Matt,
what
I don't
Trey
want to
Young
hear none of
said.
this junk about you saying that, well,
Let me
rebounding is
say
not important,
this,
shot blocking is
Doc.
not important. Your center, really your main center, if Trey's going to thrive, needs to do two things to help him. Set great picks. Well, actually, three things. Set great picks, rebound, and block shots. Because we know Trey can't guard anybody on the perimeter. So when he gets blown by, inevitably, he needs a center to help back him up. Jalen was able to do that to help with Okongwu. He can't do that here. So I don't want to hear that about you saying that it's not important for shot blocking, bro.
Third best rebounding.
Does the center need to score?
Third best rebounding. That's what I was about to say, Joe. I had the fourth trait. The fourth trait
I would be open all the time if I played with Jack.
Need to be a lob threat.
Everybody keeps leaving that out. Everybody keeps leaving that out. All of this defense and all of this flow walking and strutting on the main and all this type of stuff. Everybody on that flow need to be able to doggone score, especially at the center spot.
That's I just gave you the way though. But the thing is too though as well.
Good grief, man! I just don't understand basketball. I don't understand it.
On top of the fact that Double O doesn't set the solid screens enough or whatever, he's not a consistent over the top lob threat. You've also seen that Trey,
there's no lobs anymore.
He ain't got no
like to throw lobs in traffic. Not just Trey like to throw lobs that is gonna be is open and it's obvious. Trey like to throw lobs in traffic because it keeps people off balance with his floater as well. It gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know when I'm gonna do it. So you gotta have a guy that be able to catch those consistently and finish over the top of guys in traffic to go along with Trey. And
it's gotta be hard for that to happen correctly. It's not gonna happen with a short center consistently. He got to be a player.
You don't see any lobs anymore, Yucca, bro. It don't happen anymore. That's a whole game.
Throwing down into a sea of hands. That's what you're doing when you try to lob it on Yucca. He's so slow trying to jump. You're throwing it down into a sea of hands because the man does not have any spring. No two-legged spring. He don't have.
One more thing. The difference between us and Cleveland in the last couple of games. First game, Cleveland had 44 rebounds. Second game, Cleveland had 40 rebounds. This game, they had 53 rebounds. First, they reversed the rebounds on us because the first three games, we averaged 52 rebounds against Cleveland. This game we had 40. That's the difference.
How many of them were defensive rebounds, man?
This game we had 36. It says 36 right here.
Oh, I can tell you.
How many of them were defensive?
Hold up.
Larry's doing that. I want to ask Alien.
He got 10 offensive rebounds and 39 defensive rebounds.
What's up?
And it seemed like damn near every offensive rebound turned into a three or a backside layup. Yeah. So
Yeah, and see that now Cleveland was 40 of 51 on 2-point shots.
Yep.
That's damn near. What's that percentage?
God, they had more defensive rebounds than we had rebounds total. They had more defensive rebounds.
Shooting 2-pointers.
John, when you have a 6'4" power forward and Garrison Matthews, that's what you're gonna get.
Man, I just got
a question. Going back to what Alien said,
putting that midget 5 out there. He kept putting the midget 5 out there, and every time he put a midget 5, they killed us. Then when they walked away, every time he put the midget 5 out.
Yeah. What you says,
I wanted to say, Alien, but really, it's really the whole group. When we went to the Eastern Conference Finals, who was our front court?
John Collins,
Clint, and JC.
And what could they do?
Both of them
Dunk and catch the lob, pick and roll.
Score and rebound.
And how tall were each of them?
6'10" and 6'9".
6'10", 6'9".
Okay, so my question is, if we need height, we need athleticism, and Trey, the reason why Trey was able to carry us there was you had a front court that was athletic, and you had a team that could do set picks, and you could set rebounds and block shots. You know, John had the offensive end, Clint had the defensive end.
Clint was healthy then too. Clint was
exactly,
healthy.
and he was more athletic back then too, Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
You ain't got that.
Like he was
He
was in the top 5. Clint was in the top 5 back then in blocking shots coming
and
to the
rebounding. He was top in rebounding.
rebound.
But see,
what's so hard to understand about this? Like, I don't know. It's so weird.
We're trying to move away. We're trying to move away from that pick and roll centric offense that we
Matt,
have.
I don't want to hear that. Matt, I don't want to hear that.
That's
crazy.
We are.
But let me
understand that. You might as well trade Trey Young if you want to move away from Trey Young.
Matt, but you gotta understand
that is Trey's bag.
But Matt, that's
Trey Young, dude.
Hold on, that's what I got you. See, that's where Quinn is failing. That's where, as a coach, that he's trying to force his philosophy and his thought process over what he actually has. That's the same thing last season when you're looking at telling folks to keep shooting threes when they obviously can't shoot them worth the lick. It's like, bruh, stop trying to do this. Like, Bay need to drive. He's better when he drives. And then he'll
and Mikey, that's what I said. He needs to change his philosophy.
I've been saying, even back when it came to like my somewhat defensive Nate trying to defend the offense was because I was just trying to point out that Trey has limitations when it comes to the ball handling part without somebody getting them off of. And then on top of that, not to just focus on the limitations part, but Trey literally is the best probably ever coming off a pick, a solid pick and making passes and carving up a defense. He is literally like the best ever. That's why you never hear me talk about.
When you see Trey play off the screen for Capella, bro, it's some of the best basketball you ever seen, bro.
Sure is.
If you watch that NBA Cup mix, you should have seen how it was playing off of Clinton,
like
bro.
Trey is cooking. Like he is just picking stuff apart left and right. Why would you go away from that?
Because
you have a dumb coach.
Exactly.
I got a theory.
Philosophy. If you watch Trey play on the NBA Cup game, you see how he's playing so well off of Clinton.
Can we
can't do that with Yakin. He got no space.
Can I go real quick?
Then I can come out the foot because I need to
be real quick. Hey, yeah. So, guys, I didn't watch the game because I was dealing with basketball, but I listened to y'all on the way home. And I'm just as I said, I want to start with one thing. Zach, a whole bunch of y'all trying to get the man in the damn G League. Now you praising him.
I wasn't here for that. Just for the record.
So, like the dude is 19. All right, the dude is 19. Let the dude play. I mean, y'all so up and down with wins and losses. Y'all, I mean, folks that start saying this, they start saying that. But you guys see with this season what's going on with these players. Like they've been saying, oh, Double O have a couple of games. Oh, Double O should be starting. Put Clem on the bench. Now y'all see what me, Mike, and some of us be talking about with the whole as a team as a whole. And Mike make it perfect sense the way he talking about Trey. You know, about the pick and roll, what he needs. See, again, I don't be getting to it because y'all think I just be hating, so I just whatever. I'm gonna say what I said and keep going. It's time to make some change. And I'm gonna be finishing, man.
I just want to give y'all my theory on something.
This team, this is what I want. Shed the damn salary this year, and again, continue the rebuild, which we are doing and we've been doing. Shed the salary, see what we got right now, see we got injuries.
I agree, Foot.
Again, see who got what. That's why, again, the front office.
Oh, he lagged out a little bit.
Track phone.
Good froze.
I go ahead and give my theory on something. This is what I got right here, guys.
I'll go after Kool-Aid. I got a question from Matt.
Let me say this. The reason now, I'm gonna say 2 or 3 things. The reason Kongu is starting 5, right? is because it's politics. We know that Clint Capella is shedding is a salary that we finna lose. We finna on that salary. So what they having to do, they just have made their mind up that they're gonna start Okongwu now, matter win or lose.
I'm sorry, I broke up. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Quick. And for Matt, you keep talking about defensive rating, right? Only for a certain amount of games. Where are we in defensive rating for the league? Where are we in team defense for the league?
15.
Hold on. Let me finish asking. Then you can answer.
Okay, I thought it was
bringing up defensive ratings, which is an analytic. It doesn't determine wins or losses. Where we rank defensive in stats, we at the like 20. Last time I checked the other day, like 26th in the league. So defense is a problem with this team. So you keep picking. I'm gonna pick this amount of games for All-Star. No, it ain't gonna. Bart, we are a bad defensive team, and the teams continue to hunt trade. It's been there for years.
Okay.
We are bad defensively. We can't stop nobody.
Would you like the numbers?
Yeah, give me the numbers, man.
Okay, so all right, so outside, all right, so this stretch, so this stretch last.
No, not the stretch. The whole season.
Okay, the whole season.
Yes.
We're 16th in defense.
And it's worse after this game. 16th before the game.
Hold on for a second. Don't give me defensive rating. That's an analytic. Give me stats that shows that they judge the teams off of.
But Foot, in fairness to Matt, defensive rating is what is the best one that you can get.
No, they.
It is because
that's the one Quinn used.
If you do points against per game like you want to do, you don't take into account.
No. That's not what. That's multiple stats. What I'm saying, defensive rating don't determine wins or losses.
No one stat does.
Hey, tell
me. I thought points per game does.
What determines wins?
This all head versus new generation.
Points per game. Points per game given up.
This all head versus new generation thinking, bro.
Why not?
There's no one stat that determines wins and losses.
Let me ask you something. Before how did they rate how did they rank defenses?
Points per game, man.
We might have went up back in the 20s.
Points per 100 possessions.
Oh my God. Guys, what is it now? I know it was like 17 before the game. So we were like top 3.
Depending on how fast each team plays.
I got
flexibility. Let's start making moves at the end of the year or whatever, and maybe make some the trade deadline that might help.
We're at 20 right now.
I think you're gonna see, because again, I think I was on the post. We have four guys that contract on ending contract that's on the roster. I believe there's 4 guys that contract ending this year. Then 2 and 1 guy, his guarantee. I mean, after this year, another guy is non-guaranteed after a year. That's 5. Then you got 2 guys on the G League that been getting some time. Thank you, Antonio. You got two guys in the G League, like Keaton and Barlow, I believe, that contract falling off too in the G League. I mean, as a 2-way player. So again, we got a lot. We dumping salary, man. I'm telling y'all.
Which is what we've been doing for the last 3 seasons.
We're dumping fans too.
Dumping salary to
job for yourself, bro.
Can I say?
Points per game matters the most.
We're dumping salary to what?
Can I finish what I was saying?
Yeah, what might go?
Playing because exactly what Foot is saying about dumping salary. He is playing because he's not going to be gone. How long is Okongwu contract?
I try to see if bro's going to come up for a minute or something like that.
4 more years after this.
4 more years.
4 more years.
I'm signed to a 4-year contract, right? Clint Capella's contract is falling off. Now, I hope they got enough sense not to resign Clint Capella, because they shouldn't have resigned him the
Don't
first
be
time.
surprised if he's still here on a small contract.
Oh no, he got sent home. But he got sent home.
Yeah, he didn't even travel, guys. He didn't even travel.
I got a question here.
They're playing double O.
He didn't make the trap. He didn't make the trap.
Listen to what I'm telling you. They're starting double O because of his contract. It don't matter whether they win. They are not trying to win, like my man says. They are not trying to win. They are playing everything based off of money and contracts.
Kool-Aid, is that you saying that?
Contract. Listen to what I'm telling you.
I disagree. I disagree with that.
Listen to what I'm
Kool-Aid,
telling
you
you.
don't change your
Now, listen to what I'm telling you. Now, listen-
Oh, he changed last time we were
Yeah,
on.
he poured the Kool-Aid out last
We
year.
gonna win
Yeah,
the
he poured the
finals.
Kool-Aid out.
Jump down the drain.
Yeah, hey, Foot, ain't no more Kool-Aid being made.
listen to what I'm telling you
Ain't
guys.
making no more Kool-Aid.
Let me tell you
Kool-Aid
something.
with no sugar.
Landry already told that man what to do.
That's haterade
Landry
there,
told
buddy.
that man, you don't play that man that 4-year contract. We gonna have
ATL
problems.
2020.
So I'm finna remove because Clint Capella finna fall off the book. They try, like you said, they finna start letting people fall off the book. But you know what? Landry is so dumb that he'll sign people to contracts with the players that we have. They have no value. Not only Clint Capella don't have value, Bogey don't have value, Double O don't have value, all the way down to almost to Trey Young.
Say Trey,
They
got no
don't
value.
have no value. So guess what? It's gonna be hard to trade those guys. So the only thing you can do is play through these guys and watch their contract fall off unless you get lucky and get a sucker.
Kool-Aid, hold up. I have to.
Let me say something. Let me finish. Now, this is crazy. Everybody playing 500 basketball. We won 3 games out of the 6 or 7 games that we just played. We will be in the 4th. We will be in the 6th spot.
Yeah, we would.
6.
Man, the spots don't matter this year right now, bro. We won't win in no way.
Let me tell you something, man.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
I told you guys ain't looking at the standing like I'm looking at the
But
standing.
if we didn't lose JJ,
We would be in contention, or at least be in playoff contention.
No.
Hey, man, if you don't got JJ, we're not doing nothing.
We were
beating the Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Knicks and everybody, but we were fully healthy.
No
So
championship this year.
That NBA Cup run was the best one we ever had.
Exactly, man.
And we didn't win that.
The point I'm making is that
That's because we got to play against the Milwaukee team.
Check this out, guys.
That was the season right there.
Everybody from 6 down to 10 is playing 500 basketball just about. Trey Young is 1 or 2 wins away from being back in the 4th or 6th spot. This is whole terrible, man. And what I'm saying is that if you're an organization, you don't see that you have an opportunity and you're not doing something about that, and you're going to go ahead and say, okay, I'm just going to play double. I'm going to start double O at the 5. Regardless,
It just hurt because we were like the 5th seed like twice, bro.
you will win.
That shit hurt.
When you
Kool-Aid
will
knocked
win
us out tonight.
That hurt so bad.
You
We're
know
not
you
going
will
to win
win.
no championship this year.
Not saying we're going to win a championship. It would have been the dark horses. It could have been an opportunity.
You don't understand.
It felt nice not to
They
be
ain't gonna
garbage.
win no championship now, and they may never win a championship. Never.
Don't you speak that.
Don't say that,
speak
Kool-Aid,
that.
bro. Come on, man.
Okay, all right. Here's my thing.
You know the best thing that happened to the Hawks right
I
now.
can't wait till like guys like Madden, them 50 years old, and they done watch this organization.
They're gonna take a land, and you know what they're gonna take?
Larry, don't make me like that,
to
please.
clean up Landry's mess.
Whatever,
They're
man.
gonna take a genius
Larry, don't do it. Man. I can't
to
do
clean
that.
up Landry's mess. Do you not see the draft picks that Landry unsigned contracts to? Do you not see the free agent that Landry has signed contracts to?
Free agents.
Do you not see all that bull crap? Landry untied the Hawks into a knot.
I can't wait until all of you guys that's 30 reach 50,
Kool-Aid.
and we in the same situation.
Calm
I
down,
cannot
Kool-Aid.
wait.
Larry,
So when all that hope and all that, all y'all old heads talking this, that, and the third, when y'all 50 and y'all see this organization crap away another player, I don't know who he's gonna be. Maybe Trey's son. When y'all 50 and Trey's son is in the draft, and he get drafted by the Hawks, and y'all watch.
Hold up, Larry. I
Waste
gotta say
his
this.
career like we wasted Trey Young.
John finna hit Landry over the head.
Larry,
one
I
time
gotta say this.
before we 50.
Hey, Larry, I gotta say this, and I can't wait for the day when Trey marches us down that beautiful Peachtree Road with a championship in his hand.
Yeah.
And
Not with this owner.
All the streets of ATL would be filled up with people.
Not with this owner. Not with
Well,
this
I agree
owner.
with you that Tony's cheap as all get out. I agree with you on that. There's nothing we
Tony
can.
Westbrook ain't going nowhere.
is not fired.
Just imagine.
Only
Just
Landry is
imagine
manager.
the streets of
Only-
ATL
let me
Field.
tell you something.
Let's go,
The
Hawks.
blind
go,
Landry,
Hawks.
blind Landry. Long Landry is the manager as a blind manager, and Trae Young, he will never get a championship with a manager that cannot see talent. They cannot make moves. This is the most dumbest. This is the dumbest manager in the NBA. The dude got suckered into getting a DJ Murray, fake superstar, and gave up all your first round pick. And then, like I said, then you slipped into getting the draft pick in the lottery this year, and you still couldn't get the best player out of the list.
Zach is
And
not
you-
trash.
Zach balling.
Zach ain't the problem, man.
Zach ain't the problem.
Zach ain't the problem, man.
Zach ain't the
The problem
You
still
cannot tell me
exists
those
that
guys are not better than Zach.
Zach,
Well, the 19-year-old
Zach is still a project and a work in
games.
progress. He just dropped 30 on
he's
national
a
television.
project that's just dropped 30 who could have dropped 40.
That is what
Exactly.
No, I'm not.
y'all are going with somebody that he just dropped 30 and he gone. But I asked the question: was he the best of the litter?
Let me ask this: was
It was
Trae Young the
probably-
best of the litter? Hold on.
It was probably
Let me-
Jared
let me-
McCain.
Was
Somebody
Trae Young
tell
the
me,
best
after
of his
y'all
class?
look at the whole draft class, all the way down to the 25th player.
Was it
Kool-Aid.
Jared McCain might have been better.
Was Trae Young the best of
Kool-Aid.
his class?
Kool-Aid, can I ask you this, Kool-Aid? Can I ask you this?
Better than him, Kool-Aid.
Since Landry been drafting, who is a better player than Zachary Shea since Landry been drafted? Who's actually played?
Remember
Kobe
one
Bucket.
thing.
Let me tell you
Remember
something.
one thing.
Let me tell you
Landry
something.
had help
That-
this year.
Let me tell you something.
They
But
had
I'm
help this
asking-
year.
Let me tell you something.
Who's the
Landry
best player that
Let
Landry Fields has ever
me
drafted?
tell you something. Landry
Remember, Landry had help this year. They had advisors.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
Landry,
So he didn't do it on his own.
Answer his
no,
question.
what I'm saying is the problem isn't this year's draft.
John.
The problem is the draft.
The advisor
before he
should
had
be
his
doggone
hands on it.
general manager.
Let me answer the question. Let
The
me answer
problem is
let-
not
can I
this
answer the
draft because we
Can I
got
answer
someone who
one
can actually play in this draft, Kool-Aid. The
I know,
problem
but
is
that's
if the
the
draft previously, we don't have anyone. I guess Moji just came up, you know what I'm saying? But really and truthfully, outside of this draft, no one that Landry draft has produced anything for this team.
AJ
That's
Griffin
the
was one,
problem.
but unfortunately,
That's the problem.
AJ Griffin said, I'm a god, man.
That's the real problem.
Larry.
Respect it.
Shoot, hey, AC, I would have embraced the Lord too, playing for this damn team.
Let me answer the question.
I'm not mad at him, right?
Hey,
I respect
AC,
it.
this team will make you carry a Bible around with you.
I'm not saying it was the wrong decision. I just said I respect it.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He lead me to green pastures. As long as he don't lead me down
By the
to
time-
State Farm Arena, I'm gonna be okay.
I guarantee you, by the time I'm 30 years old, we'll get a championship.
It's been 2 drafts.
AC, I'm with you, dude.
ATL
AC.
will be filled with cheering fans. Let's go Hawks! Let's go
I'm
Hawks!
with you,
Game
AC.
7 situation, we
It's
win.
been
Hey, I remember when I drank my first beer.
Man, Trey gonna bring us a championship.
I'm gonna be there with Steve Wonder down there.
I remember the first time I drank a beer too, AC. You know what I'm saying? I remember.
It's been 2
It
drafts.
was.
I'm gonna be
It
out there
was-
with that man Steve Wonder.
It's been 2
Yeah,
years.
I
and 2
remember when I
drafts.
drank my first beer.
It hasn't, Larry. It hasn't been 5 years and 5 draft picks. It's been 2 years.
If I wake up at the end of the year and see Landry,
I just asked a simple question. Who's the best draft pick? It's easily Zach.
If I wake up next year,
It's easily Zach.
Landry got fired.
It might be Jared McCain, but he got injured.
Even if you
Cause,
want to say,
hey, that person that Larry described being 50-something years old and the wrong person getting drafted and nobody built the team around him, you're looking at it. You're looking at him right now.
John, that's not true, bro.
Hold on, that's not the same.
We've had so many people come through here, and this team never did nothing with him. Dominique Wilkins played his natural ass off.
Let me cook.
Facts.
And you never let that man, and never did you have a team around him or a coach around him.
Y'all gave me to be general manager, bro. I'll save the team. Get me up
Hey,
there.
AC, make me the assistant general manager. We'll make this thing happen.
Make me the coach. I would have kept Zach out there. I'm just saying that.
He's on a
Well, hey, I mean that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
A manager up there that know how to go get a coach, and coach and him know how to get together to go get some mutant and some dogs.
I would never play.
But see, your coach. I told y'all when y'all hired him. I told y'all when y'all hired him that there was a problem.
It's just
I told y'all when y'all hired him there was a problem. And I'm not brushing my mustache. I'm not brushing my mustache. I told y'all there was a problem.
Look at all these names that people are putting in the draft. What's up, Merce? How you doing, fam?
Oh,
I mean that mess ridiculous. Oh, Merce, what's going on, Merce?
My boy Phil.
Hey man, how are you guys doing? It's
what's up, man?
Finally make a point.
Oh well, everybody about to get torpedoed. Just get ready. Here he comes.
Yeah. So tonight was a rough night. I think you guys.
The Lord is my shepherd.
Yeah, I think you guys all made the right point. Quinn's rotations were nonsensical. Zach started off really hot and he immediately got benched after 6 minutes, which doesn't make any sense.
And he was deep rest in the game. He took that lead and took him down to 8, and they took him out. I said,
it was
great.
the dumbest thing ever.
I love when it's my time to talk. You guys still fucking interrupt. Holy shit!
I'm sorry,
it's unfucking believable. Jesus Christ, you guys are fucking.
Oh yeah, it's the neighborhood you in, bro. It's the neighborhood you in.
Yeah, so they take Zach out, and in the second quarter, Zach really gets on the burner, gets 14 points. And Damon mentioned this in his stream. He, for whatever reason, Quinn takes him out with 3 minutes left in the game. Zach didn't look like super tired. There was no rationale behind it. He just straight yanks Zach out. Zach doesn't play. And then Zach in the third quarter plays all of 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then he immediately sits again. And he plays garbage time in the last 5 minutes of the game. That's a total mismanagement and misuse of your best player of the night by far, on both ends of the court, by the way. Offensively, he was clearly the best, and defensively, he was clearly the best. I know you guys mentioned the fact that we got out-rebounded by 13. It was 36-49. Let's go a little bit further. Jarrett Allen had 15 rebounds. Our starting 5 had 17 rebounds. There's a fucking problem. Our starting center had 7 rebounds. Dyson Daniels had 7 rebounds. The rest of our starting 5, the 3 other players, had 3 rebounds combined, including Muhammad Gay, the 6'11" guy you guys swears, he could change everything. He's a good player. He needs a lot of time.
He only played 12 minutes. He only played 12 minutes.
You're right, but he still only had 1 rebound in the whole game. I don't know how you get 1 rebound, but it happens. He's a good player. I like him, but he clearly needs more time getting reps. And hopefully the rest of the season he continues to start and he gets more time, because he clearly is not ready to be an NBA backup as it currently is. But he has potential. Okay. You guys were talking about defense, and yes, the defense was not very good tonight. But unfortunately, we won't be a great team until our team defense becomes excellent. I want to make a few points. The Orlando Magic lost their 2 best players at separate times throughout the season, right?
Yeah. They're
still in the top 6 in terms of standings in the East, right?
Yes.
The Oklahoma City Thunder, have been without Chet Holmgren for 2.5 months, 3 months, and they lost Isaiah Hartenstein to start the season, right? Yet they're still number 1 in the West. Those 2 teams have one thing in common, and those 2 teams give up the least amount of points in every single game. Those are the 2 best defenses in the league. And when they lose their best players, what happens? You can fall on your defense, you can rely on your defense, and that'll keep you in a game. This is applicable to every fucking sport. Basketball, football, baseball, volleyball, you name it. It's applicable to every single sport. You can rely on your defense to keep games close, and then you can try to edge out a win even when you're offensively deficient. To hear you guys always say,
they beat Detroit. I thought that looked like offense.
Sweet. To hear you guys always say, "Oh man, we need to get guys that can, we need mutants. We need guys that can put the ball in the basket. You're right. That would be great. But at the same time, we need guys that can stop the opposing team. If you look at our starting five, we have one, maybe two-way players on the court. Dyson is learning his offense, and Zach is probably going to be the best two-way player we have in the coming future. But Trey's not a two-way player. As it currently stands, Mo Gay isn't a two-way player. Onyeka Kongu is a two-way player. And look at our bench. Our bench is filled with guys that cannot play both sides of the ball. Gareth Matthews is awful. Derek Roddy is awful. Zeke Krejci, great defensively, lacks offensive confidence. Bogdan Bogdanovic can't play defense to save his life. And the list goes on and on and on. So the roster needs to get better. And hopefully it does get better as time goes on. And so we can get better on both sides of the court. Our team defense can improve. And then you'll probably see the team play a lot better going forward when we have a much better roster that's cohesive in regards to the defensive side of the ball.
Question for you, Murray.
Hey, it goes to Phil.
Hey, yo, Morris, bro. I'm sorry for interrupting, dude.
Okay, you said the roster should get better.
I don't understand.
Hold on, hey, Murray, you said the roster should get better. Did Landry create that roster that's gonna make us a winning roster? Do you think Landry gonna be the manager to do it?
So I'll say this. I'm not the biggest fan of Landry, and I've told this to Larry on his stream multiple times because him and I have talked about Landry before. The one thing I will give Landry is this. He, as much as he has messed up this roster, and we can say he's definitely messed it up to some capacity, we can also say that this season he's clearly trying to right the wrongs. That trade for Dyson was excellent because we got 2 picks out of it, as well as getting a great leader in Larry Nance, as well as getting a super young, incredibly defensive talented player in Dyson Daniels. Drafting Zach, I think, was the correct decision because we needed more wing depth and we needed two-way players, and we literally got that. If Landry can, in the next year or two, continue to build upon that, maybe get a center that is, defensively minded but can also finish, because we don't need, here's the thing, we don't need a 30 point per game center. We just need a center that can finish. No one talks about that enough. We just need a center that can finish. That's why everyone's always talking about Kaman Maluwak, because he has an 80% finish rate near the rim.
That boy's
every time you give him the ball, he's always going to get buckets. That's what we need. That was a young Clint Capella. If you gave Clint Capella the ball in the post, he was always going to score it because he finished really well. And obviously his age is gone. His time is gone.
It was 7-2. Yeah, exactly, Murray.
Let's hear from
Yeah,
Phil.
you're right.
You're
right.
Let's hear from Phil first. Kool-Aid. Let's hear from Phil first. This is not an interview. Let's hear from Phil first.
I just want y'all. Can y'all answer a question for me? Be quiet for a while, for real.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me why Cody Zeller, who is a 7-foot center, why we can't make this dude play? Why he's not playing? Somebody.
Quinn was never going to play him.
Bench there. Why?
About to say,
I can't understand. We got a guy on the.
You answer your own question, Kool-Aid.
Money, and he's a 7-foot center. He's almost like a two-way player when he was drafted.
Kool-Aid, you answer your question when you always asking about Barlow.
Team, bro.
You asked about Barlow. You asked about Larry Nance. You answer your own question about 20 episodes or 20 streams ago when you asked about Mo G.
That's all they're asking about Cody Zeller.
No, but what I'm telling you is you already answered your question. Your coach won't play anyone else except for the people in his rotation. Period. Why are you asking about him?
On the bench, though.
Why are you asking about a guy that never stepped into the building?
I'm about to say, why are we talking about a dude that's not?
Why are we talking about a guy who never stepped in the building?
But I want to know that. I want to know that too. Why is he not in the building? What's the problem?
Here's the thing, John. The reason that
12-footer.
So
sitting on the bench. So therefore, if any one of the centers go down, he will be considered the third string center.
Kool-Aid,
I
I'm
don't
answering
understand why he's not on the bench. And he
got Murray said he got an answer. Murray, go ahead.
Okay, so the reason that he's not there, the reason that he's not showing up, is because both the Atlanta Hawks, the organization, the coach, Landry, GMs, you name it, and Cody Zeller, the basketball player, agreed to have this situation. Lauren Williams of the AJC has mentioned this before. Brad Rowland keeps on mentioning it all the time. This is an agreement on both sides. They took him on just to make the deal work and that was it. They did not have any plans for him in any capacity. He's either going to get traded, or hopefully get traded, or he's going to get cut. But he's not going to be on the team for another month or so. It's just not going to
No,
happen.
he's not.
So that's why he's sitting, because he was never going to play for us. Point blank.
He was
period.
never going to play for us, man.
Just like when we got Carmelo Anthony, he was never going to play for us. I don't know if you guys knew that. We got Carmelo Anthony for one day. He was never going to play for us. It doesn't matter. That's the point, though. He was never going to play for us. So that's why we brought him on, literally just to make the Dyson Daniels trade work, and then that was that. That was quite literally the only function for him.
The only reason he's here.
Just like
okay. Now that clears that up a little bit for me. That clears up a little bit for me.
Yeah, he was never going to play here, guys.
But
he's the real Corian.
I mean, you're just holding up a spot just to make a trade work.
Yes,
that's because the coach.
That's the most asinine thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, the owner don't want to pay him to go sit down and go play for another team.
I'm expecting this guy to be gone, and they'll made a move with him.
Cause he like your example with Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was here and then gone. This man has been here since October.
Yeah.
Also has
holding down a spot.
I'm pretty sure it also has to do with luxury tax. If you cut him after trade deadline or something like that, it's a little bit less.
Yeah.
If you cut him now and you're going to the luxury tax, you know Tony ain't paying no luxury tax.
Yeah, that's why he's here.
Okay, if you cut him after the trade deadline or before the trade
after
deadline?
the All-Star break, All-Star break, when they cut him, it's not gonna hurt us as bad because it's just 24, 25 games left in the season.
Correct.
That's what gets put on salary cap. That's why you don't cut him at the beginning of the season. They really didn't. They were never gonna play him, guys. He's on a roster. He's holding up a roster spot, but it's worse than Trent Forrest because you actually made an agreement with the dude. We don't have a place to pay you.
And Landry has been doing fine. Is that an example of Landry's draft and general manager acumen? Jesus Christ.
Should be leaving after the trade deadline.
I mean,
he can get cut then. He can get cut then. We don't know if you're going to cut him or not, but he can get cut then. Our owner isn't going to, look, guys, when we say that we make moves to shed salary, that's what Landry has to deal with. Okay. Our owner is not going into the luxury tax. He's not going into apron one because as long as you stay out of luxury tax, you make a profit, period. You don't have to sell one season ticket. That money that you get from the TV can pay everything. So that's when you get your overhead with your season ticket holders and stuff like that and your concessions and stuff like that. That's how people get Christmas bonus and stuff like that. But as long as you don't go into the luxury tax into the apron one, you're making money. And that's what Tony doing.
So Dave torpedo. Hold on. Hey, Phil, go ahead, man. Cause
Phil, if you're gonna say something, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, my bad.
I'm gonna say one thing is
We need
that
your camera though, dog.
in between players, complaining about players, complaining about coaches, complaining about how the team, complaining about the refs. We take
Phil, I
all
can't
of
see
this
you. Where your
too
camera
seriously.
at? Phil, where your camera? I
Yeah.
can't see you.
Can you see me now?
No.
No. Put the light on.
Can you see me now?
No, you pitch black dark.
Cut your light on. You in the dark?
I'm in the dark.
Yeah, it looks like you're in the dark, brother. We can't even see a silhouette.
We just see your name.
Yeah, we got to put.
We just see your name and it's pitch black
on this channel, player. You got to see.
Cause we want to make sure that ice don't get you.
All right, let me go back.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God! All right.
That's way too soon.
Why he's gonna let me
That's
say
way
this.
too soon.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let me say this while he's gone. I wanted to rebut one of the things about defense, and I want to talk about offense. Going from December to January, our field goal percentage dropped from 47.3% to 43.6%. Our three-point shooting dropped from 36.5% to 31.7%. and our points per game dropped from 120.8 points per game to 109.4 points per game.
Damn.
If we don't score the ball, we're gonna lose. That's just it. We got to find scores, and we missing JJ.
It's like a
We are 11 points down.
And how many times
down than we were in December?
And how many times did we give up more than 120 points a game?
I don't know how many times we gave it up, but
every time
we gave it up. Go ahead and look it up, Marion.
Let me see.
Aaron, we gave up 100 and like.
How can you be better than third in the league in defense? Like,
I know for the all season part.
I got something.
I'm talking about for a spurt though.
I
don't understand. Like,
let me go after Kool-Aid. I got something to ask Matt.
The thing is that we give up more points than we score.
We just set the NBA record for the most missed threes in the last 5 games in NBA history. We shooting 30%.
Matt, that don't mean nothing if you can't score. That doesn't mean anything.
That's what I'm talking about. We can't score.
That's what he just said.
That's what he just said.
It don't matter how good. Hey, Matt, repeat that stat. Repeat that stat.
Yeah, he cut out of my end.
Since Okongwu, the last 7 games, we're number 3 in the league in defense efficiency. Number 3. The last 4 games, we set an NBA record for the most missed threes. We at 30%. Okay, you're not beating anybody. So Maris, all these people who run all defense, if we play defense, we would be better. We would number 3 in the league. That would our offensive.
But Matt, whose fault is that?
It's
that's your coach when it comes to 3-point shooting. Your coach
right,
no.
Hold on. Well, here's
Oklahoma City Thunder. That's
I'm on. It ain't the coach's fault. It's these players that can't shoot.
But here's the disconnect.
You know you got players that can't shoot. Why you keep telling them?
I want to talk about today's game.
I mean, they can't shoot. They can't even shoot 2-pointers. They can't even shoot 2-pointers.
We're top 10.
We can't shoot, period.
That's the coach who keep John. To that point, we're top 10 in open shot frequency. We create the 10th best open shots in the league, and we still shoot the worst.
Man,
we get the open shot, but we can't get it.
That's a deceiving stat because we get those open looks off fast breaks, off of defense turn to offense.
And that's
if you miss them,
the ball movement. We don't get open shots off a ball movement. We get open shots off of turning defense into offense.
And also off of Trae Young's penetration and when the defense collapses on it.
We don't. We are not good in the half
now, see this. Regardless of how the open looks come, we still don't make the shot.
That's what I'm saying. We're horrible in the half court.
I mean, it's pitiful.
We are pitiful.
It's just like the darn Harlem Globetrotters playing the New Jersey Generals. I mean, we look horrible.
Larry, we're number 5 in the league in assists, Larry. No, we're number 5 in the league in assists.
Matthew, I'm going to answer your question or answer your point. You said that our defense has been great, but we haven't been able to make a shot. If we look at the totality of the season, the worst 3-point shooting team is the Orlando Magic. They're also the 2nd best defensive team, and they just so happen to be a very good team. One of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the NBA is also the Oklahoma City Thunder, who happens to be the best defensive team, and they were the number 1 team in the West. So having a great defense can make up for poor offense.
But I don't know why it's so hard to figure it out.
Also, Matt, hold up. Also, Matt, I'm going to nitpick you. I've been on here for 3 months. My name is Murith. It's not Merritt. So if you can't fucking read, just let me know.
So
y'all see that what I just put up?
I don't see it, Kool-Aid.
You see it say 5 stops in a row, no score.
Oh, okay. You're talking about we got the stops and no score. Okay.
If I go pull Oklahoma City and Orlando, I guarantee you they're both in the top 5 in offensive efficiency. Because they can score in the half court. We can't in 2-point range too. We can't score in the 2-point range either. Okay, we're terrible. We're terrible from 2, and we're terrible
we
from
can't
3.
shoot at
I have
all.
to agree with Matt on this one
we're
point.
Terrible
I hate
from 2 and from 3.
I have to
We
agree with
can't
Matt on
shoot
this
at
point.
all.
I hate to
This
agree with
great,
Matt
so this
on
great, be this great defensive team. That's dumb. We
My
don't
point,
have
he's
the
right.
fans
I
to
mean-
be this great defensive team. We don't have the size to be this great defensive team. We don't have these great defenders to be this great defensive team.
That's
Oh,
not.
so you admit we ain't got
That's the
size.
And
point that
we
we're
sure
making.
as shit can't
That's
score
the
around the
point.
rim. You know
That's
how
the
many
point
misses?
we're
You
making.
know how many missed layups we have a game? 2-point misses we have at the rim
Yeah,
within
a
5
ton.
feet.
And that's for the
How many
whole
free
team.
throws we have? We miss at the. How many free
That's
throws we
the
miss
whole
at the
team.
line?
Hey,
Yes, that's
and
the whole
then we
team.
shoot 68% from the free throw line. We've been shooting 68% from the
Right.
free throw line.
Your starting shooting
No, we doing
guard
77%.
is 58% from the free throw line. He shoot worse than Clint Capella.
Listen, hold
78%.
on. I can
Okay,
deal
and
with
like,
one.
well, that's the rest of the team. Like,
So like
You're not scoring enough points.
You wonder why we're such a bad offensive team. It's
We
not
give
hard
up
to
too
see
many
why
offensive rebounds,
we're
man.
such a
Okay,
bad
We give up
offensive
too
team.
many
Here's the thing.
second
It's
chance
a
Guys,
points
mixture
I
of
say
problems,
this.
to
though. It's
shoot
not just
poorly.
one problem. It's a mixture of things
Exactly.
that are like.
AC,
It's not just our
yeah.
offense is bad. It's not just our defense is bad. It's a mixture.
That's
It's
true.
not
We are
like
bad. We just bad.
you're
Yeah.
not wrong,
We're
John.
not
You're
just
not
a bad
wrong, but
defensive,
like it's
but
not
we're not
about
a bad
who does
defensive
score as much
team.
points as
AC,
possible.
That's
we're
why
not a
Just
bad
bad.
you
defensive
can't
If your
have a
defense
top
is good
heavy
enough,
offense or a top heavy defense. You got to set it just right, man. And I would lean more toward having a top heavy offense versus having a totally top heavy defense.
I mean,
Because
you
like I
saw that.
told you, if I
But
take
look, guys, it's a
wait,
problem. We're a defensive team that
We
gives
just
up
had a
too
game
many
like that.
rebounds.
We just had a game
Yeah.
like that, Kool-Aid.
Why do we keep forgetting
Cavs
about
versus OKC.
rebounding
The Cavs got blown out
as
by
the
20
last part of
points, and they're
defense?
the best offensive team. They got blown out by 20 by OKC, the best defensive team.
right.
Guys, why do we keep forgetting about rebounding? Defensive rebounding is the end of the defensive
We
possession.
defend ourselves. You know how we defend ourselves because we miss
Wait,
wide
look.
open shots, man. It's just like I said. I could take any one of you guys
Can't
out
talk
there
defense
that
with people
shoot
that don't
30%
understand
from
defense.
the field, and I shoot
But
60% from the field. I don't have
can't.
to guard you. I don't have to guard you majority of the time because you're gonna miss 70% of your shots.
We're Larry. We're
I'm gonna
Larry.
beat
Larry.
you every time.
Larry. We're 7th in the league in rebounding.
We used to be third.
But I'm saying we're 7th. Y'all act like we bottom 5th. We're 7th.
You used to
Matt,
be
that's
fine,
with
though.
Top
You
JJ.
three,
used to
not a
be
good
third.
You don't
downgrade.
have
Now we-
JJ right now.
But now we ninth. We actually ninth.
Yeah,
now.
that
We
that's
not seventh.
because we had JJ in there, man.
And since
Stop
Joe
talking
Lawrence
about yearly
started
stats. We're
that
not even the same
dropping
team
real
right now.
fast.
I'm just saying, y'all keep
We
y'all
was
keep
dropping in
one minute
rebound.
we going with
with
individual.
Man,
Joe
when
Lawrence
we have
started
our
real
full
fast.
assortment,
In the next
when
minute,
we
y'all want to
have
go team.
look, when we have Clint Capella and Jalen Johnson playing, we're a much better defensive rebounding team. That makes up a better defensive team because we stop the possession. People keep forgetting that the defensive rebound is called defensive rebound for a reason. You don't give up second chance points. It seemed like it was a butt naked wide open three every freaking time, guys.
Guys,
I look.
emergency. Larry. Trey just tweeted. Y'all gonna hear my honest thoughts soon.
Oh, Trey, that's tweeted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just said that he's gonna. I don't know what that means. If that has to do with the All-Star game,
That man
or
go to another
what's
team,
going on
bro.
with the organization.
He going
but
to
that
another
doesn't sound
team,
good.
bro. It's over.
he better watch what he doggone say.
You know what he said.
I tell you that. He better watch what he say.
You saw it tonight. He was
talking
about the
All-Star
game, bro.
Did Trey get fined for saying that, getting
you-
new referees?
He said, and it's no longer getting snubbed. It's getting traded at this point. Sorry to my fans. It'll change eventually.
Yeah, he talking about the All-Star game.
Okay, I just saw the little part of it. Sorry about
Hey
that.
guys, did
Oh,
Trey get
yeah.
fined for
And
saying
he better
that
be
getting new
careful about
referees?
saying anything about that too. Shit.
John, he
it
has
is
every
what
right
it
to
is,
be mad
man.
on that one. I'm mad with him.
Hey,
Yeah.
look,
Hey, well, look. When you are on a team that look like we look tonight,
And what does
Yeah,
Tyler
I'm not
Hero
mad
do
about
with
John,
Miami?
that's his
just
excuse,
like
son.
just like the
Tyler Hero with
Navy
Miami,
always
anybody?
say, just like the Navy always say, a sinking tide sinks all boats.
I understand that,
get
John,
that.
but that's
Y'all
a
go
that's
down
an
with the boat,
excuse.
don't it, John?
The NBA ain't in
But
it.
see, look, your fans didn't vote. Your fans
Miami
didn't
ain't
vote
been
for
in it.
him.
He was
Wemby
number
ain't-
Your
five.
fans didn't.
He
Your
was
fans
number
didn't
And
vote
five.
for
Wemby's
him.
not winning
number
Your
five.
coaches didn't stick up for
I'm
him.
just saying you can't. That
I'm sorry.
the whole your team losing is just an excuse for coaches in media who don't like that player.
It's
That's
a
all it is,
convenient, it's a
man.
convenient excuse, something that they can point to.
LaMelo
That's all
Ball
they
started
did.
out number one with the
Something they
trade
can
ball.
point
He
to.
on the team that only
You
won
saw
10 games.
you literally saw Kenny Smith try to justify it. Everybody on that thing was dumbfounded, like, wow, Trae Young
Charles
didn't
was
make it.
kicked.
And then he
Shaq
just
was
said,
kicked.
oh, let's
Right,
go to the
Larry.
quick. Let's go to the quick. Well, you see they lost 6 in a row, possibly 7 today. So
Yeah.
that's what probably they would look. And then Chuck was like, nah, they already had them votes in way before that. Stop
Right.
playing. And then he just shut up. He just shut up. Because he knew if he came back and said, nah, they probably watched them. They said them voters already been voted. Come on, man.
But so why didn't he make it?
Because
Because
Look,
John,
That's my point.
John, they do.
That's my point. That's my point.
The coaching fraternity is sticking up for Nate and LP getting fired. They feel like Trae Young got rid of, and the coach and the referees. But the media, he always had drama with the media because they want to be right instead of wrong about him. But the referees about the calls because what he said about Tony Brothers, and that is the most senior referee in the league. And once he said what he said about Tony Brothers, he's been officiated totally different. And the NBA ain't did anything about it.
Larry,
we
we
have
talked about this. He's become the modern day Isaiah Thomas.
yeah, he is Isaiah Thomas. Literally.
He's the modern day Isaiah Thomas.
Question on the
And
floor.
you know what Detroit did for Isaiah Thomas? They took a bad boy team around him. They went and got the meanest and the biggest and the bruisers.
You can't do that in this.
They got two shooters that
Whoa. Okay, Marion, you go, and then I'm gonna go after you because there's something I need to address. There's something I definitely need to address. Go ahead, Marion. I just thought of this.
Did De'Aaron Fox make the All-Star team?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh, it's a bonus.
What about Sabonis?
No,
Sabonis didn't. He definitely
I
needed
don't
to.
want that. We don't need
Sabonis
that.
not getting in there is crazy because he basically just a smaller, a little worse Jokic if you think about it. But I don't know how you didn't.
I didn't think Sabonis was going to make it.
25 and 15. He
But
definitely.
Sabonis he's another guy that always gets snubbed though. Like you look at his stats every season, you're like, yo, what's going on? And then you look at the Kings. I think last season, you're like, why didn't he get in that time either?
I got a question real quick. I've been begging to talk to the man
because they got Mike Brown fired in Sacramento, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a question for Matt. I got a question of his. This has been ever since I've been watching this thing. It's been eating at me with a passion. Why do you hate Dyson Daniels so bad?
I don't hate Dyson. Well, first
Dude,
of all,
don't do that. Don't do that. Every single time he has a great game, you want to be like, oh yeah, he did pretty. He did I. He did I.
No, he's still serviceable.
Hey, Devon,
he's serviceable. Exactly. That's his key word, serviceable.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I remember that, Matt. I remember that. Hey, Dyson Daniels had a beautiful game. What do you think about Dyson Daniels, man?
It's serviceable.
He was serviceable. He was serviceable. I said, what?
My issue with Dyson Daniels, and I see it went mostly unrecognized up here today, but it's fine. My problem with Dyson Daniels is we need more two-way players. He's not a two-way player, right?
Yes.
Very deficient offensively. Tonight, right? Very deficient offensively. So my issue is when fans, he's a good defender, no doubt about that. I never said he shouldn't be on the team. He just shouldn't start. Because if we're trying to build out a contender, a true contender, you need that time, that continuity with the rest of the starting unit. So if I got
you want Yekakongu to start,
I'm about to say, Larry, you beat me to it. What? Let me ask you something.
Why wouldn't you start Dyson? He's the whole defensive integrity of your team.
Okay, Matt, let me ask you this.
Why does the two-way player start with Dyson?
Matt, let me ask you
because Mayor, it's the shooting guard, right? So like
Dyson was leading rebounder today with a Yekakongu with 7.
If my shooting guard can score, then I care if my center can score.
Okay, but Matt,
I care that my center can't out rebound my shooting guard.
Also, a lot of fans
points like a big dog.
A lot of fans also said that Trae Young can play next to anybody and just piss out a top 10 offense. That's clearly not true.
But it is true.
But man, it is true. You got the right. We were actually a pretty good offense when everybody was healthy.
No, other year for the year. This is Trae Young's second worst offense in his
No,
career.
we
Come on, you
weren't.
muted.
It's the second worst offense as far as the team in Trae
Oh, no,
Young's
you're not.
entire
Okay.
career. The
But
second
man,
worst.
even Trey said, "Yo, I'm doing some different things this year, so the offense
Exactly.
is coming as naturally."
What
And
does
you know
that
what he
got to do
also
with the other
said?
dude
To
scoring?
Darian's point.
That means,
To
yo,
Darian's
Trey is
Darian's
having an
point
off
that
year
Trey said it
offensively.
himself. He said he
Trey's
was
having an
very
off year
excited to play with
offensively. It doesn't
Dyson.
have anything to do with Dyson.
I understand that. I understand that. He's happy to play with anybody that plays defense. But Trae Young don't necessarily pick the best talent too. Okay.
Oh, now you admit that when it came to DeJounte Murray. You want to admit that now?
I said DeJounte Murray wasn't a star. I said that. I always said
Trae Young
that.
didn't sign no contract for that man to come here.
John, he
also
wanted
said-
DJ
wait,
here,
wait,
and I'm the
wait,
biggest
wait,
Trae
Yeah,
Young fan
yeah,
up in
I
here.
know that. I know that. But see, that's where your general manager and your people have to say no. Especially when the previous general manager told him y'all were giving up too much to get the man.
I don't have a problem with that because
I'm sorry.
I don't got a problem with that because it was a swing and a miss, but they took a swing.
Shoot. He flung the bat in the stand.
That's what happened when he was
We had a top 10 offense up
They
until
pull
the
that
Houston game.
trick on Travis Slink, they gonna reap what they sow. All
Yeah.
that.
We had a
Oh,
top.
yeah. Oh, this is
Hold on,
karma.
Murray. She said we had a top 10 offense.
Up
And
until
Landry and Disney from
Listen,
New York.
Oh, wow.
All that
That's a
New
lie. The
York
highest
Oh, wow.
you know,
overall
and then they pull that on Travis Slink. Yeah, they gonna
You
get what
mentioned
they
that,
get.
Murray.
Listen, I understand.
Because Travis
At
Slink
the end
told
of the
them
month.
not to do it.
That's a lie.
That's
I
when
understand. I
We
understand
had
what
a
Matt
top
is
10
saying
offense.
as
That's a
far
lie.
as like Dyson not being the best scorer in the world, but this is my thing with Matt's problem. I don't mind Dyson. First of all, Dyson's 21 years old.
Right.
His offensive skill is only going to get better with age.
No, that's a misnomer. That's not true.
How's
Matt,
it not,
you
Matt?
idiot. You're so
Well,
wrong.
that's an unknown. That's an unknown.
I just
No,
find
That's
it
an
funny.
unknown.
Like,
Dude, he scored three
Matt
20-point
always finds
games
ways
in
to
a
roll
row.
Dyson is my winner.
That's kind of an unknown. Predicting.
Volume is tied to skill development, not age. So I say Dyson Daniels is not going to improve. If you look at his numbers this year compared to his last 2 years in New Orleans, particularly last year, his numbers are worse across the board. They're worse. He's
But
worse
can
from
you
the
give him
three.
credit? I mean,
Was Marcus
this
Smart an
year,
offensive
yeah.
guy coming out of college?
No, his volume is up. His shot per game is up. That's why his points are up. But as far as skill development, he has not gotten better from New Orleans.
Matt,
His
but he
numbers
does
are
have,
worse.
Dude, he
Matt, he
scored
has way
three
more
20-point
offense
games.
than
I
Dyson
got
What you
that.
talking about?
But again, that's volume. There's a difference between volume and skill.
I'm not just talking about offensively. I'm
Guys
talking
don't
about
always tell the whole
defensively
story.
too.
Yeah,
having to
that's
play all
true,
this on defense,
but
all this on offense.
I don't know how they correlate.
This a guy.
But y'all assume he's going to get better with age, but his volume is already peaked.
First of all, I know Matt. You want to know how I know that?
Well,
Matt,
see,
you want to know how I know that? Matt, you want to know how I know that?
Better now, but I can't
Matt,
say he's gonna get. I can't say what he's gonna get worse
How
or
is he
better.
gonna get better? He's already. Hold on, wait. So you think he's gonna take more than 12 shots a game next season?
Matt,
He
with Trae
better.
Young is his point guard. As
Still
Trae
don't
Young was his
say
point
shut up.
guard, Quinn Snyder is the guy that's going to keep pushing him to
He
shoot threes.
better.
He's going to get better. Trae makes everybody around him better.
Y'all gotta
He's
say
gonna
why
make
does everybody got to be able to score
the best
20
player on
points?
the team.
What happened to role playing? What happened to people playing their roles? What about that? Why does everybody have to be an ISO guy?
Larry, if you don't mind, I want to get in
Y'all
real
be
quick
blessed.
on
I
that.
got to get out of here.
Hey, you have a great one, man.
Thank
Thanks
y'all.
for joining, man.
All
You have
right.
a good night.
See you, Wonder.
Take it easy.
So
All right.
I'm gonna start from as far back and then get up there. Matt, we had a top 10 offense up until the Houston game, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Matthew, we literally were scoring in terms of points per game. We had top 10 offense literally up until the Houston game. That is an objective fact. We were sitting around 6 to 7 literally the whole season. That is literally a fact, Matt. Matthew, that's literally a fact. That's great. That's great, Matt. That's literally a fact. That's number one. Number two, if you've watched any of our broadcasts, if you've listened to anyone, the thing that people talk about Dyson the most is his confidence when it comes to shooting the ball. His volume will go up a lot next season, probably not. But it's been stated by quite literally everyone is everyone wants him to get the confidence to start shooting the ball better. That's why he's working with Kyle Korver. One, to improve his shot, but two, to get the confidence to shoot the ball. Bob Rathbun said it on television. Dominique Wilkins has said it. Freaking Steve Holman said it on the radio. Everyone's mentioned it. It's all about building up his confidence to shoot. It's the same with Zach. So
That's
if you
bullshit.
guys,
That's BS.
I mean, Matt, you can say
Confidence
it's
does not
BS.
give you the ability to shoot.
Matt. Who's
I
going
want
to
to
take
say this.
Matt?
I
Is
want
someone
to say
gonna take
this.
your word, or someone can take the word of someone that's literally with the guy every single day in, day out?
I'm just
God.
telling you
Literally,
what
it's a
you're saying
confidence.
what you're saying
Can I
is
say this?
that
Trey Young been
confidence does not give you
with
the
us for how
ability
long?
to
Trey Young in his 7th year with us, right? He been up for 7 years. Trey Young, right? He has been shown to be one of the best assistant point guy in the league, right? Has his shooting percentage moved in a bit? Has his shooting
Yeah,
percentage
it's dropped. It's
Not
dropped.
really.
So what I'm trying
It's
to tell y'all
dropped.
guys, when it comes to scoring and shooting, you seeing what you get. When they give you those percentage on what they do at the free throw line, what they do at the shoot, that do not change.
Not
Yeah,
worse.
dude. Actually, Trey Young shooting worse
Like
at the
you
free throw
tell
line
me,
this year.
Yeah, it does. It
Trey is
fluctuates.
worse
It
at the free
fluctuates.
throw line.
It fluctuates.
It fluctuates. Kool-Aid. They're not the
Your
same player.
shooting fluctuates.
But Larry, my thing is,
They're not the
Dyson
same
Daniels
player,
will
man.
have to increase his free throw
To
percentage.
say that Dyson Daniels don't have a future,
LeBron James is one of the best basketball players in the NBA, right?
Correct.
Has
Yeah.
his free throw percentage moved anything since he's
his
been here?
3-point percentage has gained tremendously.
Yeah, LeBron
Use the wrong player.
James
Use the
is
wrong
a
player,
better
Kool-Aid.
3-point shooter now than 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
LeBron James literally cannot shoot the
LeBron
ball.
James is a much better shooter now. Thank you, Kool-Aid, for disproving your own.
Yeah, LeBron James, because see, LeBron James was only a 94-foot basketball player when he first came in the league.
You
Wow.
cannot tell me you cannot tell me a shooting guard shooting 58% from the free throw line is acceptable.
It's not.
You can't tell me that. You're lying.
Mark Price is rolling over
Hey,
in
man,
his
guess what I
Kings
just saw
lounge.
Dyson do tonight? I saw him play bad offensively, but I saw him have as many rebounds as the starting center that you.
Oh yeah.
love.
He was definitely doing that.
Matt, you act like every player.
Well, somebody else had to pick the
every player has
slack
a
up.
weakness, every player has a strength. Every single
No.
one.
That's our problem, Darren. That's our problem. This guy got to
It
do
is
this.
our
This guy
problem.
got to do that. This guy got to do. No, can everybody play both sides of the basketball?
Then you need to put Trey in that. Then
Yeah,
Trey,
that's applicable to everyone.
Yeah, Trey does, but also Trey is an exceptional player. He's an exceptional offensive player.
Yeah, and
Now wait a minute. Now, if you put Trey in there, can you put Steph Curry in there too?
How much would coach Trey Young to be a defensive player?
Can you put Steph Curry in there too?
Y'all keep saying it. Trey Young play defense. He will never be a good defensive player. Never. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
If you
man.
were born a defensive player, guess who? Guess who was
Man.
he was stronger than Trey Young.
Hold on, Kool-Aid.
Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy Bogues was a better defensive player, and he was shorter
Why are
than
we
Trey
talking
Young.
about Muggsy Bogues?
Hold on, Kool-Aid. You talked about Trey Young's defense. I'll give you that. He's not a good defensive player. However,
He will never be a good defensive player. Just like an offensive player who
Darren,
cannot
I'm
shoot the
willing to
ball,
make an
cannot
exception.
score, will
I'm
never
willing to
be
make
a
an
good
exception.
offensive player.
I still can't hear you. Kool-Aid, hold on.
I can't hear
An
anything.
exception for Trey because he's on track to go into the Hall of Fame purely on his offense.
I understand
Dyson
that.
is not going to the Hall of Fame based on his defense. So
We don't
I'm
need
not willing to make an exception for
This is
him.
the first year that Dyson's ever started, Matt.
And he's probably gonna
Man,
be awesome.
he's 21 years old. This is the first time he ever got an opportunity
Why do you?
to
Why
start.
do you? Zach
So Dyson Daniels. Okay. Dyson Daniels is starting late offensively. Basically, he's starting late.
He's never had the opportunity
because of the lack of the opportunity. He's starting late.
Yes. Okay,
He's
late.
starting late.
Okay. Even though DeAndre Hunter came into the league at 22.
Even New Orleans pundits are saying
Yes, he's late.
Right, because like y'all said, he didn't get an opportunity. He's not getting. He's just getting the opportunity to get on the floor. He's starting late.
That's not
Yes,
true.
he's starting late. Yes.
Dyson Daniels played basketball, man.
Offensively, he's starting late.
Yes, offensively he is starting late.
Offensively, he's starting late.
They never let him
Yes.
shoot the ball. He was just a defensive player.
Yes.
He was never
Right, right. I understand that. He's starting late.
Starting late.
Now,
Yes.
now, and the thing was, just like I said at the beginning of the season, you traded a 22 point per game shooting guard for him. I asked you guys where the points were going to come from.
It was
You
coming
said it was
from
going to
JJ.
be evenly distributed around the people that we have here, the 22 points that have been cut out of the lineup. Okay.
It came from
No.
JJ, John.
I mean, also
No, not all 22 of them. Because see the thing, no, because see, if they came from JJ, that would be
Bogey to produce. Bogey did not
yeah,
produce, John.
that's right. We said Bogey. We said Bogey. We said JJ. We said Hunter. What I'm calling the names off. We said Bogey, JJ, Hunter. Who else was it? And Dyson Daniels was supposed to get better.
Yeah.
Right. We got the 14 points. Look, we got the 25 points out of Hunter. We got the 14 points out of Dyson.
For a minute.
Daniels. We got the 25 points out of JJ. We just didn't get the 20 points out of Bogey.
That would have put Bogey at 35 points a game.
He was on the floor. He has not averaged 20 points.
See, that would have put him at 35 points a game, which is what you supposed to be expecting out of your shooting guard or your small forward, or your forward or your center. Because see, I'm asking the question: who on this team besides Trae Young can take over a game? And I mean with the starters. I'm talking about with the uninjured starters. You don't have anybody like that.
No, you don't have anyone, John. But
you don't have anybody like that. So
John,
this team is deficient. This team is deficient.
The only problem with your theory is that DeJounte Murray was equally as bad as Trae Young at defense. So your backcourt was literally street cones. They were turnstiles. Not even turnstiles. They were a piece of tissue.
Larry, I'm about that.
But now we go back to the acquisition of this man.
So
we go back to the acquisition. Never should have gave up all of that for that man.
So
but now that you got him, we spoiled. Okay, I'm expecting 22 points per game out of some doggone body to replace him.
You had multiple players make up that 22 points per game.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
No, you didn't.
John, Merz John Merz just said that we were 7.
Dyson averaging 12 or at least 13, and you have Zach averaging about 10. That's 23.
No. 22 points from that particular position. 22 points from that particular position. Now, the person occupying all of the other positions, 10 points here, 15 points there, 15 points there. The 22 points were cut completely out of the lineup. Now you spread those 22 points among 5 other people. Because of his replacement, as well as the other 4 people playing on the court. That's how you make that calculation.
John, this how I ended about the defense for the offense.
Right, John? DJ was on the team last year, right?
Yes,
sir. The defense for the offense, the main thing we look at, we gave up 50 points to Flynn. Is Flynn even in the NBA right now?
I don't think so.
What's his first name? You got from Detroit.
We probably end up in the same.
That's one of the worst defensive backcourt in NBA history.
So I just wanted to mention, Larry, so his name was Malachi Flynn. He was in Toronto.
Yeah, Malachi Flynn. Thank you.
Malachi Flynn. So, John, you said who's going to make the 22 points. There's more context than just saying who's going to score the 22 points, because even though DeJounte Murray scored 22 points, how many points did he give up every single night? Literally the point that Larry was just making. DeJounte Murray was exposed as a defender when he was in Atlanta, because everyone talked about him being a great two-way player. Then he comes to Atlanta, as it turns out, he's not a great two-way player. He never was. So he scored
One
22
more
points and he gave up 30 points a night, whereas Dyson's scoring 13 points and gives up 22 points a night. So as it turns out, like the net benefit, like it would probably favor Dyson in that regard. That's number one. Number two, we're only scoring literally outside of this losing streak. We literally had just as many points as we did last season without DeJounte Murray. So the offense was made up. So
no, it wasn't. Because see, I haven't seen a 140 point game. I haven't seen an 130, 140 point game out of this team yet this season.
Okay, I'm better around the league.
Game.
I haven't seen it because
and we literally had a 130 point game.
Wasn't that Bulls game?
I said 130, 140 point game this year. And see, my thing is, see, defense, I keep trying to tell y'all, you cannot defend your way to a win because you don't get any points for playing defense.
Bro, you
got to cash it in on the other end of the floor.
But we were
you know you have to score, John.
We were giving up.
You know, what you saying, Larry?
What's 140 to 141. We were losing game 135 to 133.
So
that's how we were losing. We were
and we weren't the only ones. We weren't the only ones scoring like that. We weren't the only ones getting scored on like that.
Why do you want those high scoring games for?
The solution is not
the win. Look. Hey, AC, offense, Scobo, always win. Scobo.
That was the problem.
Yeah, but
if you're in a shootout, because he not like Boston.
That means
like Boston
has incredibly terrible defense. It doesn't mean your offense is that.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
We had that
one. No, it doesn't. Boston proved that. Wait a minute. Boston was number one in both offense and defense last year when they won the championship.
Yes.
I mean, that's just an example of being a balanced team.
Yeah, because it got
no. Well, you're right. If that's an example of being a balanced team, but the offense was just as good as the defense was, and they cashed in when they played defense. They cashed in.
They was missing a 3-pointers.
Generally,
see, the thing is, John, they live by the 3, die by the 3, and when they threes wasn't falling, they could play good defense and play a mucky game. If you're an all offensive team like the Hawks was, and you try to muck it up, you would never win. We didn't win.
And see, that's another thing. That's another thing that I keep trying to tell you guys that you cannot. Defense is important. Defense is important, but offense is most important.
We got to find that balance, guys. Because a lot of those games we lost, we were shooting like 15 to 20% from the 3, and we lost some of the game. We barely lost by 5 or 10 points. We lost the game.
If you played good defense, we would have won.
We could have won that game. We played defense, guys.
AC, they were shooting in our face with our hands extended. They were dropping threes in our face with hands extended. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Defense while you're allowed.
We were like 28th in the league. How did we play defense last year? What are y'all talking about?
140 points.
I didn't say I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this game, right?
And there are some teams that are just that good. Just like in
the 7 games we lost, all them games were tight. Like I said, we had 5 stops.
Oh, you talking about right now? Okay.
We did not score off of 5 stops. So
okay, you talking about right now? Okay.
Because
when Joker just used when he just used Gobert last year, your number 1 defensive player in the league now. Wasn't nothing Gobert could do to stop that man.
No one in the NBA actually thinks Gobert.
No one in the NBA can stop him. Yeah, there's nobody in this area that can stop him.
I mean, see, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. But you had your number 1 defensive player on him. Trying to stop him. Made him look like a fool.
John, because they take him away from
Gobert number 1 defensive player.
Rudy not been that good, to be honest. I never agreed that Rudy's the best defensive player.
Well, I mean, that's what everybody was saying. Didn't he win defensive player of the year last year?
and everyone
Won
said
it
it was
4
a sham.
Defensive player of the year is so subjective now because
Well,
they
I'm
just give it
I'm
to
sorry,
centers.
Larry, but they voted them. They voted them that. Now I go along
I
with you
understand.
about voted awards. Voted
Yeah,
awards are opinions. Voted
yeah.
awards are opinions. Okay, I go along
But
with
he
you.
was
With
defensive
you
player.
on that.
He's one of the few people that won it four times before. So yeah, I understand, but he has a weakness on playing in perimeter, and Jokic is an excellent perimeter center. So
But
he's
no.
eliminated anyway.
Larry, I'm talking about what he did to him under the basket.
But why
I'm
Jokic,
talking about
though?
what he
Why
did to
not
him under
any
the
other player?
basket.
Like you chose
Rudy
the best
Gobert
player
is the only
everybody.
defensive player of the year.
against Rudy
He's the only
Gobert.
defensive player of the year. That gets
Hey,
picked out every year
and
during the playoffs.
He chose the best
okay.
offensive
Wait a
player.
minute.
He chose the best offensive guy as example against Rudy. Rudy not even that good in most people's opinions.
Excuse me. They voted him defensive player of the year 4 times
Because
straight,
he-
according 5 times straight.
because he was the best defender on the best defensive team in the league. That's why Minnesota had a magical run. They were the best defensive team in the league.
They ran out of points.
But that's my point. Centers, when you're the best center on the best defensive team in the league, normally you get the award. That's normally how it goes. It's just like quarterbacks in the MVP in the NFL. That's how it's been lately. Like guards, like a great guard won't win defensive player of the year because it's not a guard award. It's a center award. Wimby's gonna win it just because he got 3.5 blocks per game. He's gonna win defensive player of the year. But I like what Amon Thompson and Jalen Williams said. It was like, there needs to be a defensive player of the year, and there needs to be like a center version and a wing version because he don't have to guard 1 through 4. You know what I'm saying? He just got to wait for people to funnel them down to him and block the shot. Yes, he affects it, but he don't have to,
No, he
navigate
doesn't have to run 94 feet.
Yeah, exactly. So
You don't have to go 94 feet.
and that's a legitimate point. They're never going to change it, you know what I'm saying, because of the tradition. But yeah, the defensive player of the year award is a big man award now. Like it really is. It's like the MVP. Like Saquon Barkley should win the MVP. It's not even a question. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a running back award. I don't even think a running back has won it in like forever. So yeah, it's the same thing with defensive player of the year, man. Like a center's gonna win it, most likely. But if you make the all first team, NBA, you don't get an award for it. You just get recognition, you know what I'm saying? So it's not an award. But I mean, the wings, that's all they got. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I make first team or second team, because there is no third team all NBA defense, it's only second and third. So unlike being an offensive player, when they make you all NBA, no defensive player makes all NBA. So again,
For a reason.
Now let me say this. Let me say this before I forget. The very next time the Atlanta Hawks let somebody put their doggone hand around Trae Young's neck in the back and they don't start swinging on him, I'm coming down to State Farm Arena with this baseball bat and I'm going to show them how it's done. That was totally and completely ridiculous. Your coach didn't say anything. Nobody stood up for their player. They sitting up there pushing arms and stuff like that. And this man got this man's hand on his neck. You don't mess with the main wiring harness. You keep your hands off the wiring harness. Back then, man, I would have lost everything down there. That's ridiculous.
But somebody putting their hand on Giannis, and Giannis is a beast. He can protect anybody, and Lopez got ejected for somebody putting their hand on Giannis.
Did y'all see what Jaden McDaniels? Did y'all see what Jaden McDaniels got ejected for last game?
No,
he got ejected for putting his finger in Booker's face, and they threw him out the game.
Yep.
And see, they called technicals in Trae Young's particular circumstance. They called technicals on Trae Young and him.
Yeah, because they don't like Trae. Yeah, because they don't like Trae.
They said he hit.
Yeah, and
he
see
said
now
he hit
that
Buddy.
goes to what Larry was saying. That goes directly to what Larry was
You
saying.
can't headbutt
Okay,
him. His head goes to his chest. You can't do that.
Yeah,
yeah, see
exactly.
that,
He can't hit
man.
Buddy.
Look here. I'm swinging. I don't care how small I am. I'm swinging just to let you know, and my teammates better be doing some swinging too, because
Well-
that doesn't make any sense. And see, man, I'm telling you, because see, I just saw Brooks tonight. Getting what's his name? I'm trying to.
They call
JJJ face. Yeah, I just saw him getting JJJ face. I'm watching the game right now.
Houston. They call Houston the bad boys now. Coach got him over there, bad boy. You know, Coach about to jump on LeBron James on the game.
Oh yeah,
So he-
yeah. Oh, Udoka. Udoka. Yeah.
Bad boy. That's why I told you. If you got a coach that want to tell his player to be bad boy, you can get your boy to be bad boy. I have me on Stasson on the bench. I'm serious.
No,
I have
that's-
Stasson on the bench.
That's not the makeup of our team, though.
I have
We don't have players like that, Kool-Aid.
Hey guys,
We
we're
don't
gonna
have
go
players
ahead. Hey
with
guys,
mental
we're gonna go
makeup.
ahead and end the show, man.
Oh yeah, it's 2 hours. Salute.
It's been 2 hours, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped in on the panel. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all opinions and thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what do we expect? On national TV, we always get embarrassed. So I mean, it ain't really nothing new. But salute to Zach for the 30. You know, F. Quinn Snyder. That's what I stand on. I've been anti-Quinn. I know some of y'all love Quinn, but you know, Matt, I think your boy. I think he just, you know, I think he full of crap at the end of the day. And and that's just what I think. But hey, salute to everybody who tapped in, everybody giving their thoughts and opinions. Y'all know how we get that. We'll be streaming Saturday, unfortunately.
Nah,
So-
man. Be positive, man. We have
It's a
some.
matinee game, Jamal. We might
Hey,
win.
brother, the losing streak got to end at some point, man.
Yo, man, Zach
We
having a
need-
great game
we
like
need-
that.
We need. I should have put a poll up. What's the
Are the
over
New
under on
Jersey
losing
Generals
streak?
on the schedule? That's the only team we gonna
No.
be able to.
We need to play. We need to play the Harlem Globetrotters. right now.
Nobody.
Confidence up,
No,
but-
you don't. You need to play New
Hey,
Jersey
Let's just
Generals.
hope that Zach play more
man.
minutes.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I
catch up
hope.
with y'all tomorrow, man.
We gotta
We
play
on
a.
a minutes restriction, Larry.
No more handcuffing, man. Take the handcuffs. Free Zachary Ricochet.
Yep.
Free.
Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flaw.